Well, crap. Apparently I picked a bad time to go live. Hey, Triff, what's up? Did I pick that bad a time?
Yo, yo, yo.
Huh, I guess they're not doing it. Okay. Alright, for a second there I was thinking I just accidentally happened to go live when everybody else decided to go live too. Because apparently everybody else in the community is doing the Blaze SMP stream thing. Let's minimize that because I don't need that up. Well, Happy New Year. What's going on? I forgot I got to set my bot up to post it in the server. Where's my link? Okay, add everyone. All right. Apparently I screwed up and didn't make this private first and it ended up going live while I was doing some setup, but oh well. Could be worse. Actually, do I have two Twitter windows open? I do. Four playbacks already. All right. I didn't really have anything planned. I just kind of want to chill. See if anybody wants to hang out. Holiday was good. Got to relax with the family. Eat some food, watch some movies, you know. The usual. Actually, I don't need Task Manager open anymore. I'll go ahead and close that. All right. My hands are cold. Circulation must be low. Weird. There's nothing good going on. Oh wait, what's my latency set to? I don't care. Create highlight video. Oh, it probably just lets you do it yourself. Add stream marker. Does latency reset on here? No, ultra low latency. All right. Oh, that's why it has the latency, so you can have closed captions. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was even an option. All right. Let's all right, nobody's here. So let's just do do I want to use Rogue Squadron, or do I want to do Squadrons, or do I want to do... I hate that it's through Origin. What? I downloaded the Origin launcher like last week. I had to download the Origin launcher to download the Star Wars game that I bought. And now it's acting like they don't both exist on my computer. Nice. Library, Squadrons. Alright. Does the stream sound okay? Alright. Does the stream sound okay? Yeah. Yeah, it sounds fine. Get rid of this crap. Forgot I gotta reset up all my Stream Deck app stuff. For now, everything is manual again. Why didn't it open? Oh, there we go. Now it opens, but it's open on the wrong screen. Oh, I love Origin so much. Origin is clearly the superior gaming platform. Said no one ever. Alright. That works. And then video, change the monitor, change screen settings. Screen 2, yes. Thank you. And it's borderless. Borderless, but it stops the audio. I don't think the other borderless options do that, do they? That's annoying. So the audio is going to stop every time I click out to change screens. Wrong one. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Oh, no, there's nobody even chatting, so maybe I won't bother with adding the chat. I'll see. I'll put it in here. Just so it's in here, but... Not expecting to get much use out of it today. Just make sure it actually looks okay. Test. It doesn't even work. Good job, Restream. Well executed product you have there. What a well executed product. About. Is it anything about? Account settings. Dashboard. Yes, it is linked, but it says I'm offline. Why is it... Why does it not recognize me as being live? All right, we'll get rid of the chat then. We'll get rid of the chat because it's clearly not going to work right now. Get rid of the chat on this screen too, since it doesn't work on either. I'll have to mess with that some other time. Screw it, I don't want to deal with moving people in and out of the call. Just gonna go live and whatever. Quick match, multiplayer, and training. Story. Let's do story. I don't know if this is better to play with a controller or what. So I guess I'm going to try it with the mouse and keyboard. You know what? I should probably change the stream to... Gaming Squadrons. Probably not going to help the stream at all, but oh well. That's weird looking around the cockpit like that.
Begin pre-flight checks. Pilot, boot up your cockpit systems. Understood. All systems up and running. Pre-flight complete. Let's get a clean launch. Lock onto my fighter.
That's gonna be annoying.
Forward sensor online and tracking. Now, throttle up and deploy out of the hangar.
Whoa.
The rest of the fleet is back from Malastare. We'll have plenty of help to deal with that convoy of sympathizers. Helix Squadron, we're prepping your Gazanti transport. Stand by.
Copy, Vigilance. All pilots follow me. We'll do a quick pass
I'm gonna turn down my...
Flight controls.
Affirmative.
Stay mobile. We don't want any collisions.
Well, I'm getting some texture collision or something. Oh, no, that's light. Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
From inside, you forget how big our Star Destroyers really are.
Careful. The shields won't harm us. Flying so close to the hull is no time to get careless.
Oh,
You're right, sir. It is good to fly old school again. There's something very forthright about a TIE fighter.
It looks like someone
it feels really loose.
Better here than in the field again.
I gotta move a lot to make little adjustments, it feels like.
Keep your distance, Helix. Those engines run hot enough to vaporize a TIE.
I've known a few daredevils who found that out the hard way.
TIE pilots push the limits. Sometimes the limits push back. Good. All systems calibrated, and the fleet is in good shape.
The Vigilance reports our Gozanti transport is ready.
Helix Squadron, head to the Gazanti and dock for hyperspace jump.
Copy that.
Throttle down below the Gazanti so its locks can engage.
I don't need to invert, I'm just gonna leave it.
Helix Squadron are docked and clear for hyperspace.
Crap. Yeah. Alright, let's keep playing.
Star Haven. Probably the most isolated trading post in the sector.
It's only a haven for thieves and pirates. If the refugees are hiding here, clearly they're not as innocent as they claim.
Carrier's moving into position.
Blockade is forming up. Our rear guard is secure at least.
Interesting. There's a lot of cargo traffic today.
Then our convoy might be hiding among them.
Agreed. All cargo vessels. This is Captain Lyndon Javes of the Galactic Empire. Prepare for immediate inspection. And this is Fostar Haven Station Master. Kindly avoid harassing my customers. If they cooperate, they'll be fine. Pilot, proceed.
Yes.
Check your forward sensor. It will identify potential targets. Pilot, begin by inspecting that ship.
Wait. We have always been loyal to the Empire. See? We're loyal. I swear.
No sign it's from Alderaan. Keep looking.
Pilot, keep inspecting those ships and see if the refugees are here. Good. Check that ship next.
Look, I'll pay anything. Just don't impound my ship. No refugees aboard. Carry on.
So you're not impounding my ship?
There. A ship's trying to flee from a simple inspection. We should teach them some manners.
All pilots, bring your weapon systems online. Pilot, track it on your sensors and fire a small volley. Just enough to damage them. Then see if they're hiding the refugees. There.
All right. Scan us then. Just stop shooting. No refugees here, sir. Just smuggled weapons and a cargo of spice.
Let the fleet handle those smugglers. We should get to the station. My customers are legitimate traders. You have no right.
Captain, the station's defenses just activated.
Helix Squadron, destroy those turrets. We can't search under fire. Out here, no one shoots unless they're prepared for return fire. Even the Empire should know that.
Targets destroyed.
Man, it's so hard to aim.
Targeting is useless.
The defense capability is dropping. Keep going.
It's so hard to control this stupid thing. Hey, what's up, Jay?
That should do. Good shooting, pilot.
Our reputation will never recover from this.
That's gonna be really hard to remember.
Where the refugees are hiding.
On our way. Pilot, with me.
Coming out of the hole?
We have rebel X-wings on sensors.
Great. So we have to penetrate. Turn around.
They must be protecting the convoy. Defend yourselves if necessary. I'll look for the refugees.
Repair my hull with R or Q. Okay.
They're after me. Lost it.
Some shot actually have regenerating shields. You must blast through the shields before you get there as a hull. Alright. Lead your target when aiming. Yeah, okay, I know that. Oh! That was close.
How dare they?
Dang it, I cannot.
Another dead rebel.
Target destroyed.
So I've got one so far. Not even the one I was aiming at.
I'm hit.
You think that hurt?
Hey, what's up, Stefan? How you doing, man? Happy New Year. This is so hard to do. Like,
Taking fire.
it is not very smooth. Like, this is... It's like trying to fly with a yo-yo. What happened?
How's my mic?
You sound alright. Come on.
Get them off me.
There we go. Got one. The hungover, get ready for work. I'm doing alright. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do this year. Things did not go as well the last couple weeks as I thought they were going to with the channel and all that, so I'm trying to decide what my next course of action is, basically.
One less rebel.
Life hack DIY channel.
Yeah.
The rebel scum destroyed.
Oh. This is not easy at all. Like, I don't... Like, it's not like with shooting games. This isn't a shooting game, really. This is a
Forming up.
this is an actual space pilot game, basically, I guess. See if I can hit this guy.
One more kill.
Enemy is down.
I think I'm just covering... I think it's just that my audience is, like, built on other people's audiences, and they're all drama based. So
All rebel targets
I don't know.
destroyed.
I was really thinking that the roast video was gonna do well. It just didn't. Just really, really flopped. I mean, I thought maybe because it was like the holiday, maybe the next day it would do well. Nah.
After them.
Oh well.
We'll deal with you later.
Just gotta move on and figure something else out, I guess.
Attack my station and customers, then blame me?
I mean, I haven't covered training topic stuff in a while. I don't think it's the notification thing.
The convoy. Prepare to fire.
Used to be the notification thing. Definitely used to be a problem. Oh,
Ship is disabled.
All systems down. Those were iron missiles. Where the hell did they come from?
Sorry, Teresa. After all the run, I can't ignore what the Empire's become.
Sir. Lyndon. What are you saying?
That I don't care who ordered it. I didn't sign up to hurt innocent refugees. And if protecting them makes me a rebel, then so be it.
Damn it! Pilot, see if you can bypass his shutdown.
mash any button.
Catch up with that traitor.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Carroll to the Vigilance. Captain Javes is...
Yeah, that's it. I just gotta deal with it and move on. I'm just gonna I'll be down about it a little bit for a couple days because I've put so much work into it. I really try to get like 3 videos out at the end of the year there. Like 1 a week. I did it, but you know, algorithm and people that saw the thumbnails just didn't care. So I don't know. My biggest problem seems to be CTR stuff still. I still can't. It's still a matter of people not wanting to click whatever thumbnail I put out, no matter what I do to it. So I don't know. I've tried copying other people's style, stuff like that. Just doesn't work. To divert power to engines, you'll simply gain speed. Yeah, well, yeah, I know that. I've already done it multiple times.
Missiles, watch out!
Why is like ordering from a new place like always oddly like terrifying?
It sounds like a you thing, because I've never been like terrified to order food from a new place or whatever.
Well, not terrified, just anxious. Really?
I get more anxious ordering food I've never had before, not necessarily from any place in particular. Like if I go to a restaurant, I almost always get the same foods because I know I like them.
Right.
I get more anxious about the food choice than I do the actual restaurant.
And it's like I ordered from the like noodle place or wellness noodle place,
Mhm.
and I was like, well, I hope I don't get food poisoning. But
Yeah, the only place I've ever dealt with was like felt anxious about is places that are also like low end bars or whatever. Cause there's one around here that we've thought about going to a couple times. It's a cheesesteak and pizza place, but it's also a biker bar basically. So you have to go into a biker bar to order your food, or you can call and pick it up there. But either way, it's like I don't know if I really want to go in there.
You don't know if you don't want the demand you in there.
Yeah, I mean it's not necessarily that I think there's a problem with biker bars or anything, but I've heard this one can get rough sometimes. But it's like the bottom line is there's like enough other piece of places I'm just like I'd rather just order from there.
Call sounds desperate. Can anyone make out
So
what
it's
he's saying?
kind of not even the same thing in a way.
On it. Okay, Echo Squadron on me.
I much prefer flying in
Echo Squadron. Echo leader here.
speed mode. I really don't get the thumbnail game, to be honest. I just double check vids from people I sub to without the. Yeah,
Make sure your fighters are in good shape.
never tried. Is that never too sure about the portion. Yeah,
Systems check. Coming back around.
that's the biggest thing for me. That's one of the reasons I always get like if I go to a place and they have cheesesteaks, I'm like, okay, cool. Cheesesteaks. I know what that is. I know what I'm getting. I know how big it's gonna be. I know the portion. I know what generally the portion is going to be approximately. Run full systems check. How do I do that? I missed that one. Run systems check. I missed the instruction on that one. It's not Q. Is it? It's not T, right? No, T is the follow thing. It's not G. All right, let's just retry from the checkpoint so I can hopefully hear it again. But yeah, the thumbnail game is the most important one, it seems like, and that's the one I'm struggling with the most right now. It seems like based on what everybody's telling me and what I'm getting from my videos, stats, the content's there, but I don't have the thumbnail to draw people in. So, the problem is figuring out how to do that.
Just knew what the ordering does.
Yeah, that'll work. You can't look at people with big sub count. You gotta look at small people that are getting big views.
Just plaster your face as a border thumbnail.
Coming back up, squadron. On me.
So much for a quiet patrol.
You like those daily news channels?
I've tried doing thumbnails like those. It doesn't work. What I'm pretty sure you have to do is look at what small commentators. If you're doing commentary, look at what small commentary channels are doing with their thumbnails. If they're getting a lot of views on those videos, then you know that's something you gotta look at. It's also a matter of the topic. I know this stuff. I know these simple factors, right? I know these are the things you have to look out for and all that. But I don't know. I can't. Without going to Staffo, I don't know how a commentator gets good views at this point.
He's the cheat code. Staffa's cheat code.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Double check shield.
Ah, 3 is shields. Okay.
Might need to hold out a while.
I liked the Slush's thumbnail style. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I think I've seen it.
it's not like too much, but it's.
Systems check complete.
I like it.
Information.
Echo 3, matching formation.
Echo 2 standing by. Echo
Maybe
5
it's like just like the bordered one a lot, like the drop shadow look.
Hmm.
Okay,
I've tried some similar stuff before, and it just
missiles needs to stock up.
it hasn't paid off.
Head to the U-wing for resupply.
Yeah, no, I haven't really been doing anything different, Jack. The only thing I could say is kind of different is that I haven't done as much trending topic stuff, and that I don't think that's necessarily like it. Tags do next to nothing for videos. YouTube already confirmed that they're essentially useless now. Description I haven't done much with. Different. If anything, I've been more descriptive recently. But I'm pretty sure it's got to do with the topics and the thumbnails. Because here's the thing. Here, I'll even show you. I can't because I'm on the other account. I can't. I don't think I can leave this. No, maybe I can. Can I switch accounts while I'm live?
I
think I can. Okay. No, I can. Oh, see, I'm losing subscribers still too. I was at 562 last night, and I'm down to 553. This happens constantly. I'm constantly yo-yoing. I'll show you this. I don't want to make this all about complaining about my stats though. So I'll talk about this real quick and then I'll move on. What was the one? What was he mentioned? Crap, I forgot what he mentioned. I'm not on the stream on that chat anymore. All right, so let's just go to videos here. the roast video, for example, this one I got to assume it's the topic partially, and then on top of that, 3.2% click-through rate. 2,700 people saw this thumbnail and didn't think it looked interesting, so they clicked away. I don't know. I've changed the Bad Santa one multiple times, and it's never gotten above 3%. So I don't know what to do about that one. This one seems like it's maybe going up a little bit because it was at like 3 most of the time. All of my thumbnails in December, all of my videos have gotten a 3% CTR. But then you have like Ghost Adventures where it's got a 4.3 and it's doing great. 28,000 impressions though, because like apparently that just happens to be a topic that is searched enough, but it's still kind of niche. Let's see, Hood. 32,000 impressions for Hood Gaming with a 5.6 click-through rate. 5.6 is way better than 4. Like a single percentage of click-through rate is massively important apparently.
I like the thumbnail for that one.
And then the other one here, we'll go with this one. 5.6 also. Oh no, that's it. Why does it keep going back to that one? I could have swore I just clicked on the other Hood video. 7.8. Out of 25,000 impressions, 7.8% watched it. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. My YouTube Rewind thumbnail, right? And then look at the Hood Gaming thumbnails. They're the same style. They're in the same style, but there's no text. But text is known to make videos do worse. So not having text shouldn't have impacted it negatively. It should have been a positive. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find anything that works consistently. I can't find anything whatsoever that works consistently. The only thing about the roast video is I knew that wasn't going to do super well, but I was hoping that people would click on it, at least because it's a collaboration. I have Combat and everybody else in there, so. But I'm not shocked that one didn't do well. I don't really have a face to put in it. There was no interest. There's an image of Twoon laughing that I could put in there, but I didn't want to put Twoon on the front of it like it's his video or something, you know. I don't have a problem with putting him on the front of it, but I didn't want to make it about, I didn't want it to seem weird if I was like promoting it with his face. Just look for your channel. That's where videos have been entirely different as opposed to your previous content. No. I cover videos like every 4 months. I cover a movie like every 4 months. That's completely normal for what I do. Also, let me go back to my channel real quick, but while I'm logged in here. What happened to YouTube Rewind? That is a very on-brand topic for me. 587 views. Every video before it, 1K plus, except for the DJ Khaled video. If it wasn't for the fact that I had 3 bombs in a row, I wouldn't care. But I'm specifically putting the effort in to get more videos out more consistently, and that's why it's annoying me. I'm trying not to talk about it and not complain about it and all that. I really am. Right now, I'm just frustrated. Since the Joker movie? I'm pretty sure Orphan was since Joker. At least Orphan. Yeah, Orphan was after Joker. Okay, I thought that was a little later than that. All right, yeah, there was a little bit more of a gap here than usual. But then again, I barely uploaded this year either. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just weird that like I finally just start putting out content, and now it's you know, somehow a negative on the channel. Because like Ghost Adventures is a TV show. That one did really well. That was a few weeks ago. Or 2 months ago, rather, because it was Halloween. So whether you want to count that or not, that's still like not YouTube content that I'm talking about. Actually, yeah, DJ Khaled was also a TV show thing that I was talking about because it was talking about SNL. Like it's on brand. It's on brand for me to talk about movies and TV. Not out of the blue whatsoever. But the problem again is that plenty of people saw the thumbnail but didn't click on it. And I've had 9 different thumbnails on this video. So. But anyway. That's what I'm saying is like no way I look at it do the stats make any sense. Like it's also not abnormal for a commentary channel to cover movies and stuff. I think these videos definitely benefited from having the Hanson video before it. But Twitch, Twitter, and Ghost Adventures didn't. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. It just doesn't add up no matter what way I look at it. But again, like I said, I didn't come on stream to complain about it. But anyway, how you doing, Jack? How's your New Year's going? I watched your last 4 vids because of YouTube, not seeing those vids pop up. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of that, but I'm having multiple people tell me they're getting the notifications now. But for whatever reason, they're just not interested. But that's the weird thing is, like I said, it's not like it's off-brand. I think the ones that are responding, though, telling me that, are mostly, like, the guys that came from, like, Augie and John Swan. They're, like, the more drama-oriented group. So that's more than likely why they're not interested in those topics, because, you know, that's not what they are into. But all the previous movie and TV show topics did well. So I don't know. That's what's baffling me. But again, like I said, I'm not terribly surprised, just frustrated. It'll be a good year. Things will probably normalize and balance out in a while. I'm probably just going through a rough patch or something, and I'm absolutely just frustrated right now. So just a matter of getting past it and getting, you know, moving on. Oh, ran out of boost. I wasn't the only one to put a Rewind out video around the time Rewind was supposed to come out, though. The thing with Rewind, though, is a lot of people that aren't YouTubers and stuff wait for it to come out, but they're not following YouTube, like looking for when it's going to come out. So when it comes out, it's a little more confusing them about like why isn't there one, and then they go look for it. But if there isn't one to find, then they start looking for, well, did they not do one? So logically, you know, you would have the benefit of that, but nope, just didn't happen. So
gonna have to learn Premiere again.
Security.
So you told the Empire where to stick it?
You could say that.
Come
Are there any,
on.
like- wait,
What happened?
are there any like editing channels you watch at all?
Not really. I know enough. I know a lot of the basic stuff for Premiere and all that, so I don't really watch. I only really watch occasionally when I like Google specific things I need to learn how to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jack. It'll work out. I'm just frustrated right now because it's been such a hard year and then ends like on such a rough note, like especially after like going through the effort of trying to, you know, trying to put out all the extra content and kind of go out on a bang and like working out the like this whole big collaboration, and some people were never able to be a part of it in the end. So I was like, all right, well, I put all the effort into like contacting everybody and planning this whole thing, and then I had to like kind of just make it work at the end, real last minute. Yeah. And then it still does nothing. If you were to put out another training topics video, it does do well, something like 20 minutes, then there's something to do. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm going to be doing more training topic stuff. Where's it at? Where's he at? They got him, I guess. Yeah, it's just been like I said, just been weird. Just hasn't been the best few weeks or whatever. Things will eventually work out. All right. Well, where's the targets? I see them on the thing, but I don't see anybody there.
Let's get in position and escort these transports.
I'm right beside you.
Okay, I guess those are just big Imperial ship. What is?
This is Admiral Akbar, the Rebel Alliance. Echo Leader reports your
What the fuck is that?
effect. Willing and able. And keep assisting Echo Squadron.
Oh, nice.
Squadron, there's a quasar bearing down on the convoy.
And filled with reinforcements. Take the ties down.
Echo, reinforcements are here.
Come on, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you go. I think I just wasted that shot on that guy. That one's down.
Your wing, Echo Leader.
Yeah, you should.
Oh.
Have lunch.
I don't think he's down. Okay, so like that, if you're flying in the agile mode, oh crap, I hit the wrong button. Flying in the most agile mode, it feels a little bit more like you've got a responsive aim.
See you later.
There we are. Come on.
Picked up a tail. That's all the ties down. Yes.
Oh boy, now we gotta destroy this big thing. Oops. That one's supposed to happen. Oh, laser turret.
Jack's actually good at Cuphead.
Nice. Oh, I missed it. There it was.
I can barely get past the fucking first level.
I think we're clear. For now. Let's make the most of it. Echo Squadron, bring the convoy and Linden here to a safer position.
Can you play it much?
He said he's crap at it.
I know
He said he's trash.
how the fleet operates. I can tell they're prepping their capital
If he's trash and you think he's good, then that must mean you're really bad.
We need backup. All right, I'll send you the rest of Echo Squadron with everything they've got.
I mean, he was good when I was watching.
Again, facing its turrets this time. It's okay, our fleet's coming.
Oh crap! I almost hit the guy leading the pack.
Fleet is now at your location.
Hack.
Echo Squadron, keep the convoy safe while the flagship engages the vigilance.
What was that?
The Empire's sending in a raider to intercept the convoy.
I'm making fun of the guy in the game.
You're down. Pilot, with me.
Oh. I have your screen muted when I'm
Get ready.
That's still good, Jack.
The convoy's under fire.
The fact you completed it is epic.
Good. Their shields are weakening.
Where's my next target?
Radar focused on us, not the
I'm
convoy.
trying to be nice.
Starting another attack run. The raiders lost shields. They're trying to get cover from the capital ships. This is our chance. Finish this. We're wearing them down. Keep it up.
Yes, we're almost there.
What are your thoughts on neck throat hunting?
I still don't know who out there is doing it, but they need to stop before they get themselves pyroed.
Hashtag always a neck throat hunt.
Always be cucking.
Echo, let's get that convoy to a safer location.
Head to the far side of the NC-80.
That's what Fitz should have on his gravestone.
G convoy. We're out of
Always be cucking.
baggage ass.
Refugee convoy to Rebel Alliance.
Sounds about right.
Speed jump. Wait. The Star
He'd
Destroyer
probably
will
do it
launch
too,
all
it's
possible
funny.
vectors. They can still find you. Pilot, it's risky, but if we can destroy the targeting system on the Vigilance, we might throw them off the convoy's trail.
Oh
you
boy,
see
here we
him?
go.
Explain the Pokemon thing.
Let's hope your feet
No.
shields down.
He explained it on the podcast like it was just a joke.
What, Misfits
Yeah,
podcast? I mean, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if it was a joke.
He was just surprised that people took that as serious.
Yeah, I mean, I took it as a joke. I was just running with it because for the joke of it.
Swagger's reply or tweet to Pokemon where it was like, how about when you're gonna tell them about us?
Yeah, I think I did see somebody retweet that.
Yes, Jack, do that, please.
Whatever happens next, you saved a lot of innocent lives. And mine. Cowboys ready to jump. Thank you. We'll tell everyone what the
And I want Jake as the preacher instead, but he's just making fun of everyone that's there.
Wants me to give him the eulogy. Okay.
Yeah, just have it be the me movie scripts.
YouTube
That's
Rewind
funny.
2020. Thank God it's over. By Mr. Beast. 1 minute after it was uploaded, had 122,000 views.
But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting, to show the Empire that we are not afraid. It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's
Streamlabs banned Augie.
brought about our new republic. However, the Empire lives on, shattered though it may be. As I speak,
Oh,
Imperial
jeez.
forces are edging toward the Bormia sector, hoping to
Nick
end our
screen capped
republic before we
Bo
find
Black's location
as their empire collapses,
on the server that they're on now.
But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave,
What does that
daring
mean?
pilots, this war can end. Make a
It means everybody can find his location in the server,
change our
Oh.
galaxy for the better.
so they can kill him, they can rob him, they can do a lot of stuff to him. Man, I've seen like 5 or 6 people now tweet the same joke. I haven't showered since last year, lol.
Thank you, Stefan. I was curious.
Vanguard Squadron to Temperance, do you read us now? Had some trouble with our long-range comms.
You're the 3rd patrol reporting. Calm, Black Guys. Head on back, Gunny.
Is this character a burn victim? Oh no, it's an alien.
Tana Montu without her makeup on.
Well, do you want to race home, Frisk? We might make it before his speech ends.
Too far?
How would that be farther than me saying it looked like a burn victim?
Speech is starting.
I don't know. Person. Is it actually somebody?
I'm not one for speeches.
I'm thinking how the Twitch staff thinks.
I'm honored.
Yeah, but we're on YouTube. Only have to worry about insulting foreheads.
Vanguard Squadron.
Oh, right.
Reputation for bravery and integrity is unrivaled. Which is why, effective immediately, we have been reassigned.
Or if you make 13 videos on a person.
Yeah.
There's rumors about a secret project are true.
There's rumors about a secret project are true.
The key to victory.
If it helps end the war, who cares?
I care. I like to know who I'm working for.
The good guys, Frisk. Remember? The only people in the galaxy who don't have a death mark on you?
Ah, Grace. The day
Now that was saucy.
Thank you, Jay. Always contributing to the high quality of the stream.
We can meet the new boss. And
That was a ramen burp right there.
You know what I've been
Robin-
surprisingly pleased with, though?
Ramen and weed burp right
I've been
there.
surprisingly pleased with these tangy pickle chips from Doritos.
What is that
Legitimately
sentence?
good.
What is
Leg-
that sentence?
Legitimately good.
Here's the rest of your squadron.
What do you mean, what is the sentence? I just said it. I've been
No, but
surprisingly
I mean-
pleased with the tangy pickle chips from Doritos.
No, I know. I mean, why though?
Because they're good, so I was surprisingly pleased with them.
No, I mean, why do they exist?
Because they pickle chips already existed. Doritos decided to take a shot at them.
Anyway, follow them into
I had no idea that it
Think our new
existed.
commander's waiting for you in there.
Yeah, almost almost every chip company I'm aware of makes pickle chips.
Damn, I guess I must have been out on the pickle chip game.
Apparently.
You arrived. Excellent. Otto, meet our new
Pickle
Vanguard.
Doritos? Ew, gross.
Oh, the one who saved
I love how this is a combination, but this game is a combination between a point-and-click adventure
intelligence. A pleasure.
and a really deep plane sim. Or not a really deep plane sim. A fairly... No, it's probably not even. You know what? Forget it. Forget I said anything. I say deep because it sucks to fly.
I needed people I can trust.
The complication is changing your weapon thing. It's not even complicated. It's simple.
Right. Let's get you briefed.
You know, I heard in Malaysia they hate to fly.
That was a little dark.
No doubt experience. The Empire's jamming communications across the sector. I fear these blackouts will be
In Malaysia, everyone's afraid of flying.
I need you to split up to solve this. Chris and Grace, bring our new pilot to the Brental Systems borders. The scouts we sent to investigate haven't reported in. Find out what happened to them. Then regroup with your squadron near the planet Callus.
Is that
Gunny and Keo. That's
What?
where you're headed. If I were still in Imperial, I'd send jamming ships there.
Okay, it wasn't that funny.
The Empire.
No, I thought of something else in my head that's way worse.
They'll have TIE squadrons in tow. Destroy all Imperial squadrons and jammers. Communications must be restored for Project Starhawk's future. When you've succeeded, regroup and return to the Temperance. Let's see how you do, Vanguard Squadron.
What do you mean what's wrong with the emoji?
Got a moment.
Oh, they have a really crappy version of the emote.
Oh, hey.
It's not a chip, it's a triangle.
Welcome to Vanguard Squadron. You'll do great things with us.
Sounds like a
Trust me.
conspiracy
This is an
theory
amazing team.
rapper.
I went from semi-pro racing to fighting the Empire. Quite a change.
Like that sounds like a
But
conspiracy
everyone in
rapper
Vanguard looks
lyric.
all together. You'll fit right in. Whatever this Project Starhawk is, I suppose the commanders will
Am
tell
I
us when
wrong?
they're ready. But
I'm
for
trying to
now,
listen. What happened?
We have scouts to find. According to the battle
Uh,
plan, we aren't flying together on this
Never
mission.
mind. The moment
We'll
has
be on our way
passed.
sooner than later.
Okay.
See you out there.
I was saying the conspiracy, in triangle not a chip sounds like something a conspiracy theory rapper would say. Something a conspiracy rapper would. I'm high.
Yeah. No, I don't think even a conspiracy person, like they might say, "Oh, Doritos are triangles, so they're Illuminati," but I don't think.
Hello. Grace.
I don't know how you took it to that level.
Grace, if you like. Pleasure. I've been with
I'm
Vanguard
just on
since
the
the
higher
Smith
being.
execution, and she doesn't trust easily, especially those from imperial families. Well, everyone finds out sooner or later. Yes, unfortunately, my dear estranged family builds TIE fighters for the Empire. And I take great delight in blasting those fighters to stardust. I trust you will too. See you out there.
I just tweeted.
She's got a love-hate relationship with her family because they build the Empire starfighters or the TIE fighters. Yikes.
Experience. The Empire's jamming communications across the sector. I fear these blackouts could
I
be
just
prelude to
tweeted what I
invasion.
said on stream.
Vanguard Squadron.
Okay.
I need you to split up to solve this. Frisk and Grace, bring our new pilot to the Brental Systems borders. The scouts we sent to investigate haven't reported in. Find out what happened.
I'm not 5. I don't think it's
Then
funny.
regroup with your squadron near the planet Callus. Gunny and Keo, that's where you're headed.
I was just
I was
saying
still
no.
Imperial. Well, I'd send jamming ships there. They're using these jamming vessels to disrupt our long-range comms.
That was for
They're jamming the comms.
Destroy all Imperial squadrons and jammers. Communications must be restored for Project Starhawk's future. When you've succeeded, regroup and return to the Temperance. Let's see how you do, Vanguard Squadron.
Will there be an internet unwind parlor account?
I'm not the one that just did that. That was you.
What's
So
happening?
no. I mean, there might even be one because I made an account, I think, on every platform that Tipster mentioned at one point. But I think Parlor might have been one of the ones I made an account and then never actually did anything with it. Which, deciding not to use it, aged well, I think. Alright, I don't know what these people... I don't have time to listen to these people talk. I can't start a mission until I'm done talking to these douchebags?
Finally, chance to get acquainted. Like I said, the name's Gunny. Stay sharp, keep your nose clean, and we'll be off to a good start. We had calm blackouts like this right before the Empire invaded Mimban. Lost a lot of friends. But I learned to shoot a blaster. You'll be flying with Frisk and Grace today. Meet them if you haven't. The best advice I can give you is this. Stick with your squadron. It's simple, but sometimes hotshots and lone wolves need to hear it. Get to your ship.
Get to your ship.
The fuck was that?
She should know. Alright, are you gonna ask that every time I make fun of the stupid characters?
I don't know. I always forget because I have the stream muted, so that I don't hear myself at the same time as.
Yeah, but if you hear me saying something that doesn't have anything to do with anything, then I'm probably making fun of the character in the game, right?
Power management systems.
Fair enough.
Alright. I'm loading in your astromech droid now. Keep an eye on it.
Oh, astromech droid. I could have swore she said astromech droid, like it's a McDonald's menu item.
Astro droid.
Radar. Working like a dream. Loadout data. Looking good. Combat display? Check. Primary weapons. Charged up. Ready to take down ties.
This.
Good to go. Hull integrity. Never better. You're welcome. All systems go. Vanguard 5, you are clear for launch.
Now that was not very nice.
Oh, I'm good to launch now? Finally? Really? That felt like it was a stupid waste of time. Repair droids, seeker warheads, concussion missile, standard laser cannon, standard engine, standard deflector. Oh wow, this is actually more in depth. Oh wow, I'm moving around. I had no idea. That's a pretty good impression of Jay. Getting it right.
Find the scouts, smash the jamming ships, and get back before the cantina closes.
I think Commander James skipped that in the briefing. Thanks, Otto. We'll be careful.
That was highly offensive. Merping is highly offensive.
Wouldn't be surprised if YouTube ends up making that a rule at some point.
Regroup at Cabas once you find our missing pilots, alright? See you soon. Good luck, you two.
Merping is ableist.
Our jump point's just ahead.
Oof, I can't get the speed to go up. The boost doesn't build fast enough for me. Oh well.
Yeah, Merping is ableist.
Okay, Jay.
Let's do this, Vanguard Squadron.
How dare you, Merp? That's offensive to retard.
It's on. Hey, Grace.
Let's go.
Those scouts showing on
Should I
sensors.
stop?
You got anything, Grace?
What happened?
Negative.
Oh my god.
Find someone out here. Wait. I've got a Republic signal.
Are you okay, Jay?
Yeah, I'm just stoned.
Yeah, but that's not like what you're saying is confusing.
Temporary
Like nothing's happening. You're like, oh, whoa.
What do you mean nothing's happening? You're in
Nothing.
space.
No noise happened, and then you went, oh, whoa.
That was on my end. And I forgot I was on stream, and I go, oh, whoa.
I hope the scouts are all right.
Me too, Grace. Me too.
Why
I
is
like how
fucking-
this character's name is Frisk, and he constantly sounds like he's like,
Let's slow it down.
I don't know, ready to violate somebody. Yeah.
Heck, our scouts didn't make it. Empire must have found out first.
He should be in the E-Boys.
If that's the case, where is the Empire? Vanguard 5, scan the debris.
Why is corpse husband on my fucking
But we need you to lock onto the wreck and get close. Such
timeline?
brutality. Even that astromech got dusted.
Someone really didn't want these scouts getting home. Hey, I'm picking up a second signal. Let's check it out. Follow me.
Let's see where this guy's going.
I don't like this, Grace.
I hear you. Something's not right.
If we're lucky,
Yeah.
something.
I wonder if the other pilot's name is Stop.
Stay ready for anything. Wait, that's not a New Republic signal.
Yeah, no operator doesn't know that it exists.
We're being ambushed.
TIE fighters, incoming!
Attack positions. Take them down.
Getting frisky.
Come on. I think I'm almost out of laser power. Yep.
Enemies on your tail.
I wonder if
Wait
there's
for my
a
laser charge.
He's toast.
Urban Dictionary. Schrodinger's douchebag. Pussy on salt.
Ah.
Pussy on salt is when you get corona and your test comes back positive, but you prefer to say your shit.
If we scan the wreckage for its last
Prefer to
left
say
trajectory,
your
it could
pussy
lead us
is
to
on
Genesis.
salt to deny you actually have corona.
Idea. Vanguard 5, scan the debris and we'll watch your back.
Pussy on salt, my man.
I just ran through it.
Pussy on salt. Pussy on salt.
Oh my word. I think I'm gonna have an aneurysm. I have no clue what is happening right now, Jay.
I'm reading Urban Dictionary.
That's it. Nice work, Vanguard 5. Let's see.
It's just like incoherent ramblings.
Poor Gunny and
I'm
Jill.
reading Urban Dictionary. That's what's happening right now.
Before they find our friends. Marking coordinates.
Hopefully they don't know we're coming.
This shit was made for stoners.
Scouts we lost.
Urban Dictionary was definitely made for stoners.
Whatever comes next,
Am I wrong?
face it together.
I don't know. I'm not a stoner, so I wouldn't know.
You will
I mean,
be
I've
once
been on Urban Dictionary, but
you will be once they legalize it.
once they legalize Urban Dictionary.
Yes. Urban Dictionary is for his only.
Evade missile by making sharp turns in your direction.
Yeah, my Malaysia tweet flopped. That's upsetting.
You heard the droid. Got one on my tail.
Your Malaysia tweet got blocked?
It flopped.
Oh, flopped.
I thought it was a brilliant tweet.
Alright, where's the other ship?
Stay okay back there, buddy.
Crap, it's still recharging. There we go. I just had a missile locked on me for a while that I didn't catch.
I'm under attack.
Oh, I added myself. Fuck. I fucking added myself.
You're just in top form today.
God damn it. Ugh. Fuck. I just replied to my This show is going poorly.
Crap, 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 crap. They're gonna kill me.
You heard the droid. Got one on my tail.
Come on. Just a little more. I need charge.
There. Join.
Oh. Come on. Where's the freaking? How do I tell if it's recharged or not? Jeez.
That's what I'm talking about.
I am highly functional. I am a highly functional person.
Take your word for it.
Only on the autistic scale. So are you high? No. But I am high on the autistic scale.
Try to invade our territory, will ya?
Gunny, do you read me?
There's gotta be something interesting to talk about or do or something.
To your location. What's the situation?
Meth. What about meth?
Gunny and Keo are in trouble.
What are your thoughts about meth?
Head toward Cavis.
It exists.
Let's move, Vanguard 5.
Would you do it if you had a gun to your head?
I don't know. It's a really weird question.
How? So you're saying you would?
It's a really weird question, Jay. Why would somebody hold a gun to my head to make me do meth? So would I rather live or die?
But you would die doing the meth as well. So it's like,
Right, but if one is guaranteed death and the other one is, hey, I might live, then why would I? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, well, you're guaranteed to die, but if you take door number 2, you might live. You might not die. You're probably gonna live, as a matter of fact. But you might have to go to rehab.
or have a bunch of EA sets. Apparently that happens on meth as well.
I don't think that's a side effect of meth. I think that's typically the company you keep type of thing.
Meth makes you gay. Meth makes you want to fuck other dudes.
You're really
That's
starting
what-
off 2020 in an interesting place, you know that? 2021, rather.
I'll stand by that statement too.
So what you're saying is you've done meth.
Yes. Often 12-inch long.
You know meth is something you don't... Never mind. Never mind.
Don't judge the ways. Don't judge my ways of how I do meth.
Jay, look up meth. Look up how you do
I
meth.
know what meth. I know how you do meth. I'm saying don't judge mine. No, no. Do not judge the way I do meth.
I'm not judging the way. I'm questioning the validity of your way of doing meth.
I'm greatly insulted that you wouldn't think I snort meth off of a made me feet hot.
Vanguard, we have an Imperial cruiser protecting the last of the taking down these ships ain't gonna be easy.
Not while the cruiser has a missile launcher.
We'll keep our countermeasures. What's our play? If we take out the jammers first,
I think you've had a little too much, Jay.
that's why you're in charge.
No, I've had the perfect amount. This is why I want to go on live streams. This is why.
Wait, I could have swore in the... I could have swore at the bottom it said Wonder Woman 84 just now. Probably have to destroy the small ones first.
Bro, I want to watch that movie. I really do though.
You shouldn't. Countermeasures limit number of use them sparingly. Display countermeasures are before just impact.
But I want to watch it because it's so bad. You know what I mean? Is it even that good for that reason?
No, it's not a terrible movie. It's just really flawed.
So it's brilliant. Because The Room was really fun.
Yeah, that now you're like that's not the same thing at all.
The Room and Wonder Woman are exactly the same.
Here we go. Crap, I can't...
Vietnam? Jack, what is Vietnam? That sounds like a credit card company. Vietnam.
That's the last of their jammers. New Republic communication should be restored.
Am I right or am
Gotta
I
get
wrong?
out of here. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here.
Are women even real?
Oh, wow. I am so dead. Yeah.
Are women real? Is the main question.
Oh, your girlfriend worked? That's nice. That's sick.
Women aren't real. Neck reveal. What? Women do not exist. Are women real?
As far as I know. And she's dead, boys.
Cruiser destroyed. Not bad, Vanguard 5.
I need to get a bomb. That's what I need to get.
This ship in front of me looks like it's from Star Fox.
The original. The originator.
Oh, nice. The whip was one of the things that annoyed me, but not the effects. It was the way they planned it to be used. Like, it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but it looked good. It looked good. It was just, like, in terms of how they had the character use it, it didn't really make any sense. Like, it won't, like, you'll see what I mean when it happens. You ever see Dragon Ball, the power pole? Yeah. Apparently it's the same thing as a power pole, but it's loose and floppy instead of rigid. It's like if the power pole didn't have Viagra. Like I said, it wasn't a horrible movie. It was just like there was a lot of stuff that didn't make any sense. And it might even make sense in the canon. Like, it might even make more sense in the canon, but not in the movie, because the movie was like used them as like references and things like that. Couldn't tell you. Chromium? What does chromium mean? I guess that's like the lowest tier. I kind of want to play Call of Duty now. Wait, how do you save? Cool. R2 just bounces around. Yeah, the movie looked pretty good, but there was like there were specific things that just were not. Since my last checkpoint. Oh, okay. So I'm at a checkpoint. That's fine. Yeah, it was specific stuff that wasn't
hot.
How I would have liked it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just it was very flawed basically. Alright, I will be right back.
So he is leaving the stream. Oh god. What should I I feel like I should say offensive things, but I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah? All right. All right, so you know what I kind of wanted though? Oh, not you. I was just talking on stream. I don't know if I can even do this or not. I don't know if my internet's gonna hold up or not, but I'm gonna do this.
Too much? Was it come on now?
Let's see. Oh my word. No, this is 2 weeks ago. Okay, never mind. I thought there was somebody already. I thought somebody already had a video about Mr. Beast's Rewind up.
What's up, you?
Yeah. Right here. Sit on my lap. If you want to sit on my lap, sit on my lap. Instead of hanging out down there. All right. All right, relax, bud. Relax, relax.
YouTube. I think we can all agree that 2020 might be the only thing in existence worse than 2018 Rewind.
Yeah.
Because of the global pandemic, thousands of creators just couldn't make videos. It was brutal, and I can't blame YouTube for not wanting to make a Rewind, but a lot of good things still did happen this year. And let's be honest, it just wouldn't be YouTube.
I love how I love that this is such a scuffed parody of the Will Smith meme that it's actually like pieces of plastic that are both, you can see they're both zip tied and duct taped to this railing. So they must have known somewhere with a silver railing and just said, all right, we're just going to duct tape and zip tie plexiglass to this railing, and it'll look like the railing that Will Smith. Actually, you know what? Here, let's look at a side by side here. Rewind 2018. It takes so much longer to type one-handed. All right, let's see what Will Smith's railing looked like. Yeah, look at that. There's his, and then there's Will Smith's. Actually, they might have even just bought the pipes for this, to be real with you. I mean, it was clearly done scuffed on purpose. It was supposed to look like that. It's just funny.
If we didn't have a Rewind to make fun of, so enjoy.
The growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S. Here's what we know.
Everyone spread out.
So far, I don't know. I mean, it does feel pretty rewindy. It feels more like an Instagram edit, though, doesn't it? Like, you know those fan cams where it's like just a bunch of zoomed in fan camera zooms in, zooms in.
Not enough political messaging.
No, not yet, but apparently it comes in. Unis honest. Okay, do you see that Charlie that pops up? Woo! Just out of the blue. Woo!
Mr. Beast Rewind!
I've always thought that YouTubers should get more say in Rewind, which is why I called hundreds of YouTubers and asked them what they think should be in Rewind.
What do you want in YouTube Rewind? What do I want in YouTube Rewind?
Minecraft. This year was a big year for Minecraft.
I love you.
Wait, I like how that guy's audio isn't even in sync.
YouTube Rewind.
I've always wanted more Minecraft.
Minecraft. This year was a big year for Minecraft.
He's completely out of sync. Look at that.
This year was a big
You see that too, right, Jay?
Yeah.
His audio is completely out of sync.
For Minecraft.
I love you.
I would put a lot of Minecraft. The resurgence of Minecraft?
Minecraft.
You stupid chicken!
I deleted a channel of mine.
Unis honest.
The coffin dance meme.
It's too soon, Hikaru.
Valkyrie.
Thank you so much for the support. So many amazing games came out this year.
Susan would just be doing one kickflip.
I actually really like this person.
Dream.
Jordan.
The Dream SMB.
Oh, God.
Why are we sucking him off?
Is crazy.
This is what people really wanted to hear about. Okay, the weird thing is, here's the thing. That he said that they specifically asked YouTubers and stuff, like, what should we talk about? Minecraft. And they specifically pointed out Dream? What is it that he does that's so interesting? I don't understand it. I mean, compared to other Minecraft, like, there's been Minecrafters who've been doing it for, like, years, right? I don't understand what he does that makes it stand out so much.
Me either.
I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't looked into it that much, but from what I have seen, I do not feel it. I do not feel it. I do not feel it, Felix.
Rock, paper, scissors. Absolute the lowest point in 2020.
Easy,
Bro, look at that.
It looks just like me.
We were doing Among Us in real life.
He put himself
with Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us. Funny
Not
moments.
too basic.
Corpse husband.
Corpse husband. Corpse husband.
His voice, it makes my arm hairs stick up.
I've been waiting so long for this. Jacksepticeye raising $4 million+
Arranging thanksgiving.
Matt raised over $3 million.
There was a lot of charity effort.
I feel like as a whole, the community really banded together.
YouTubers donating.
I'm gonna give 10 grand to the cause.
BLM. Black Lives Matter.
We have to spread the message. We have to be responsible and use our voices.
This is our time.
He rose the human race.
Logan, congratulations on not having a major controversy.
Do you feel awkward at all that all KSI's use in this has been just like reacting to other people's? I don't believe in the whole what's it called, digital blackface thing. But I feel like somebody that like believes in that could make that argument very heavily about the fact that KSI hasn't said like anything except for in reaction to other people's stuff. They just slide his reaction cam into everything.
This year.
I wish I could say the same about my brother, but I don't want to say the thing.
Say the thing.
Wait.
Congratulations.
He rose the human race.
Logan, congratulations on not having a major controversy this year.
I wish I could say the same about my brother, but I don't want to say the thing.
I love that.
Say the thing.
I love that Logan called him out.
K-pop.
I would definitely put Blackpink in YouTube Rewind.
Mark Rober teaching squirrels to parkour.
All of Mark Rober's videos.
I made friends with a bunch of squirrels.
The new PlayStation called PlayStation 5. Worst part of 2020.
The one that Keemstar was actually in.
Losing Kobe.
I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you.
I wonder how much of this is gonna be.
Wait, that wasn't Deji's dog?
What? They're talking about Kobe's death, and you went to that wasn't Deji's dog.
No, I wasn't looking at the screen.
I really don't know where to go with that, Jay.
I don't either. I don't. Let's move on.
I don't know if I can move on. Like they're saying like R.I.P. R.I.P. Kobe. You mean Deji's dog? Who do you think's on screen right now, Jay? No answer. Good choice.
The worst part of 2020 would probably be COVID-19.
It's a bit of a virus going round.
For me, not being able to see friends and family.
For me, it was the being inside.
Working remotely, I guess just on the personal level, and going to family
sacrifice
events,
that all of the
weddings.
healthcare
The worst part
workers
of
and
2020
frontline
is when
workers had to
David
remain
Dobrik
to keep
quit
us safe.
YouTube and switched to TikTok.
The worst part of 2020 is when Disneyland closed. That's really what this dude in the white shirt said. The worst part of 2020 is when Disneyland closed. Like, I want to hear what each individual person has to say, because that kills me. That's the guy's actual response.
Probably be COVID-19.
It's a bit
COVID-19.
of a virus going round.
For me, not being able to see
Virus.
friends and family.
Not seeing family. Being stuck inside, working remotely.
To sacrifice that all of the healthcare workers and frontline
Healthcare workers.
had to
Disneyland.
remain
So, the damage of the virus, not seeing friends and family, being stuck in the house 24/7, working from home, couldn't understand what this guy says, frontlines workers, Disneyland. Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't say Supreme Stores.
David Dobrik quit YouTube and switched to TikTok. Definitely the coronavirus.
Oh my word! And then and then one of Mr. Beast's guys comes in with David Dobrik quit YouTube and moved to TikTok this year. Like I thought the Disneyland thing was bad enough, and then he goes right to.
I didn't get to see my boys all year.
I like David,
Computer science class. I'm the hacker man.
Too mad.
Mr. Beast winning creator of the year.
Definitely Mr.
No.
Beast giving $1 million
Get her out of there.
worth of food.
Didn't he like make burgers or something?
Karen Beige toilet paper.
I just want one pack.
Chloe Ting saved my quarantine.
Everyone who grew a beard or changed their look somehow.
I animated Mr. Beast blowing up a hospital. Sorry about that, Jimmy.
Jenna Marbles quitting YouTube is the biggest thing on YouTube this year.
move on from this channel for now.
I don't know. Rap?
What? P-word.
The boxing match. Nate Robinson.
Some of this has been pretty good so far. Like how they built up with all the stuff that happened this year in that Zoom call thing, that parody Zoom call, and then ended with Too Mad spazzing out and then smashing his keyboard. That was funny. There was some good stuff in here, but a lot of it so far feels like, I don't know, any other YouTuber that makes a rewind. I mean, like PewDiePie's rewinds have been pretty good. The problem is a lot of them feel like mashups more than what Rewind was known to be. And like when everybody thinks of Rewind, they think of like the old like mashup where you have all I say mashup. You have the old like gather up kind of thing where like everybody a crossover. It's a crossover. So that's what I meant to say. Crossover. Rather than being a mashup of stuff, right? Because like this version of Rewind, kind of like mine, of my own content, is like a like revisiting the whole period of time. But this feels like it's almost like an AMV, like mine too. Almost feels like an AMV or something, like back when you used to take like a whole series of like Naruto or whatever, and then you just cram a bunch of clips together with music, like make a music video out of it. That's kind of what this feels like. It's not terrible, but I mean, I honestly, when PewDiePie's had them commissioned from people in the past and worked with people on them, I actually thought they were better. But this has had some good moments, for sure.
Jake Paul, and he can hit hard. I feel like VTubers just blew up this year.
Anthony Padilla for giving voices to people.
Gaming moments. I'm talking speed runs. TikTok. TikTokers becoming YouTubers.
Today I have 5 very special friends.
I was there. That was just. I want to see what Dream really looks like.
Oh my god.
What you currently see on your screen is every single channel that hit 10 million subscribers in 2020. Not gonna lie, it's actually more than I thought it was. And what you see on your screen now is every single channel that hit 1 million subscribers in 2020. Holy crap! My editor didn't feel like typing them all out.
I'm absolutely getting claimed for this stream already because, I mean, not that I can profit off the stream anyway, but this is Epidemic Sound.
2020. Now to wrap things up, I have a fishbowl full of random small channels. I'm going to draw a channel like this and give them a plug. So Amelia and Birdie, shout out to you. You will be linked in description below.
Holy crap, that's a 412 sub channel right now.
But to be honest, I only know how to speak English.
Amelia and Birdie. You know what? Screw it, I'm just gonna go through the link. Amelia and Birdie, 412, and they're already at 34K.
Holy shit.
Social Blade stats. Let's look at it. 4,000 views the last 30 days. Their Social Blade number hasn't even caught up. There we go. 34,400. Oh boy. Let's see what the other ones do.
So it's kind of hard for me to
Because there's
include you guys.
2 other links.
Shout out to, how do you say this? Soyan Osman with
241.
241 subscribers.
Sion Osman is now at 26.6K. Huh. Actually, this guy's channel is...
My name is Soin, and in this video we're going to talk about the quad cortex from Neural DSP from the perspective of... Put them in the comments down below. Kind of alleviate that. Sounds amazing now, so that's...
Never mind, this isn't what I thought it was going to be.
That interesting to me because an orange Rockover Mark III...
It's like very, very music-oriented stuff. It's not what I thought it was initially.
I want to also give a quick shout out to PewDiePie. My rewind was heavily inspired by his rewind that he did in years past. And I even used the same editors he did. Felix, I love you. Thank you so much for the inspiration. If you're not already subscribed to him, you probably
That's interesting. I like Pewdie's better. But this was from the same guys that collabed on those. That's surprising.
Final shout out of the rewind, Nalter Deeds with 1,400 subscribers.
1,400, and where is he now? He's the top link, so I'm guessing he's probably gonna be the highest. 20? No, he's not. Oh my word! The last 3 videos are just opening Pokemon cards. They're highlights from a stream. Actually, looks like that's all his channel is now, is highlights from streams. Oh, the last 4 are opening cards. Yeah, it's all highlights from streams or streams themselves. That's quite the blow up that will probably be reversed. Just out of curiosity, let's take a look.
All right, and our first rare. Let's go. Oh! Let's go!
Is it edited at all?
Let's go!
Holy crap.
One pack only!
Let's go! Pack in the front and the left. I should have chosen the left. Let's go! Holy smokes.
Jeez.
Alright, yeah, no.
Make sure you subscribe to all 3 of the small creators. I thought it'd be a fun way to end the rewind. I'm sure it'd mean the world to them, and thank you so much for watching.
Ah! Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Well, I mean, definitely not the best, you know. Definitely not the best definitely not the best fan-made, quote-unquote fan-made rewind, but it's not the worst. This is horrible. Yeah, just get a shout out. Just casually get a shout out from Mr. Beast, and that'll get me out of my funk. That'll resolve everything. Oh man. What the heck am I looking at?
I'd give the rewind a 7 out of 10, personally. You think that's a fair rating?
A what? 7 out of 10? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I don't know. Not quite sure I feel that. I think that's a little high, to be honest with you. But then again, I've never liked any rewind.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on?
How's it going, man? Haven't talked to you like in call in a while.
Yeah, I'm just, you know, I've been really busy lately.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I just trying to make sure everything's cool, man.
Yeah,
Hope you're doing good.
All good. Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah, happy New Year. I just texted you, by the way. I didn't realize you were in call. So
yeah,
like, oh.
we're I'm live on the second channel.
Oh, okay.
Just a heads up if you weren't aware. Yeah, no, we're just, you know, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah, I my plan was to like get the video out that I got out and then stream today, and then either tonight or tomorrow I'm gonna hopefully get the rest of the recording done. It's gonna take at least one more session because it's another like 4 pages. So hopefully I'll be able to get it all done in the next session, and I'll get it over to you. But since I didn't end up having time to like put it into Premiere and do all my usual editing to it, the audio that I usually do, I'll just send you this one instead of doing that on this one too.
Yeah, man, no issues.
Yeah. So how you been?
Been pretty good. Just got back from spending time with family and just getting everything ready, and everything's been cool. It's been a really retrospective time. Like, don't you agree?
Yeah, the whole year's kind of been like prime for like looking at reevaluating your life and things that have been happening and all that. See, I'd have to agree with that. Yeah.
The channel should be going live either the 6th or the 13th.
Oh, it's a new channel? I thought you were using this on one of your old ones.
No, I'm going to restart Film History Digest up, and I'm probably going to change Yellow Syrup over to the Digest Developments. I'm not sure yet, though.
Gotcha. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I have enough videos in the pipeline already where I can start uploading them on a consistent basis and not have to worry. So, yeah, I don't
That's
really
cool.
have to worry. Because I was trying to get all of them done last year, but of course nobody really planned on a giant pandemic happening. And
yeah,
for someone that just deals with depression, and that's it hits me hard. But it's actually this last year has been like the best. That's one of the best years I've had, to be honest.
That's good. Yeah. I will say that it's not this way for a lot of people, but I will say that for me, as I've gotten older, I've become more aware of, like when I'm not feeling, when my depression starts to spike up and stuff, I'm more aware of it.
I feel like I am too. I've done a lot in my life to mitigate that stress level, and a lot of what has taken the channel so long is just dealing with that depression and then trying to actually get around to writing scripts and stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So if I was able to write scripts and edit when I wanted to, then I could probably do videos weekly, but I can't, so I have to do it monthly.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that's the best way to do it too. Like everybody says, like doing a video every week or even more frequently is best. But I don't know. I always see more interaction and more everything basically when I put out videos like once a month. Yeah.
I don't think the whole consistency thing that people were saying like once a week is still part of the algorithm anymore. I think the algorithm has just gotten so verbose where it's literally just the luck of the draw at this point.
I think at a certain level there is nuance to the algorithm, to be honest with you.
Well,
I think it matters now what kind of content you make versus like just pure, like you would think it would be just based on numbers. Like, all right, you did these subscribers watch you and you make this kind of content. So if they're into this kind of content and this kind of content is currently popping, like it seems like it would be a bunch of things like that, and it doesn't seem like that's the case. It seems like I would imagine that it's odd thinking a machine would view it from those metrics, you know? It seems like you would think a machine would view it from like just purely by numbers basis, and it doesn't seem like it does that, is what I'm trying to get at, and I'm having a hard time vocalizing.
If there's any company that would do that, though, it would be Google.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It definitely seems like the machine learning is working at some level.
Yeah, I'm just hoping, because I got 2 people with over 1 million subscribers that are going to be doing narrations for it, so that'll bring in a large boost, I'm pretty sure.
That's sick.
If you're doing a narration, then that should bring a large boost in, since you gain traction pretty fast, and you've been gaining traction. I like having you on there.
Lately, not so much, but hopefully next year I'll be bringing that back a little bit. Because I haven't done as much trending stuff, so I'm hoping that's part of the reason for the fall off. Just do a video about Jake Paul and it'll all come back.
That's exactly what it is. My whole thing is, with you, you've always been like one of the G's, and I feel like honestly, if I wouldn't have, I think part of what ruined it for Yellow Syrup at the beginning was I was focusing more on promoting the VidMe rather than the YouTube channel, and so everybody was watching the videos on VidMe, and they would get what they wanted out of the videos on VidMe, but they wouldn't go onto YouTube and watch it there, and so they ended up not gaining as much traction or interaction on there. And I think that had a little bit to do with the fall of the YouTube channel. But
that would make sense. I would agree with that as a possible explanation for what happened. Yeah.
Also, uploading once a year, I don't think is a good idea either.
No. Yeah. I don't think it's worked out well for Luix either recently, has it?
He's done like 3.
Oh, he has? For some reason, I'm not getting in my feed, I guess.
That's been his plan anyways. This last one was a month. Last one was 5 months ago, and it's been 3 in the last year. He was trying to do them fast for a while, but he's just been living life, man.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah.
He should be doing some narration for one of my videos too.
Well, that'd be good. He's got a really good voice.
Well, that one and Turkey Tom's is already done. I got one from Schaeferless that should be coming out soon. And then I was gonna send one out to the Right Opinion. And that might, and he said he'd be willing to do that, but I have to do some stuff with James before I can do that, because I have a lot more stuff going on with James and James, because I know 2 people named James that I edit for. Both of them have YouTube channels that just hit over 1 million subscribers, and both of them are doing narrations for the channel. So it gets kind of confusing.
Yeah. Ow. Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. I'm just hoping it could be fixed.
Yeah, it can. It can. I mean, like even like I kind of hate how self-whiny it was a little earlier. We were talking. I can't remember how we even got on the topic. We were talking about how my numbers are way down and all this the last month. And I've been disappointed because I was really trying to grind content to like really end the year on a high note, and I did the opposite. But the like I even had like collaborations I brought in and stuff like that. But the thing is, like it all depends on what people want to see at the time. And I think with that kind of content, you'll probably do well. You did pretty well before with those.
Yeah, my whole issue was I wasn't posting. I wasn't putting enough effort into it. I wasn't posting consistently enough, and people didn't really know what the channel was about. And I feel like that's all fixed with the channel.
Yeah. So as long as you, oh, come on, you're my teammate and you blew me up, douchebag. But
I feel like with
I think
yellow syrup, you're like, what the hell is any of this? And it's just sometimes you'll see something about movies, sometimes you see stuff about YouTube networks. You don't really know what the bag is. With Film History Digest, you get that it's film history and some film reviews and stuff like that.
Yeah. I will say I know that like movie content does tend to grow slow unless there's like something specific about it. Like I thought I'd be okay with my Santa Slay movie overview because it's it was more about the holiday and more about the what do you call it? Because I thought I was gonna end the meme value of it. I thought it was gonna be able to surpass the that niche factor. But yeah, unfortunately it didn't. But I know that unfortunately with movies, you might have a bit of a growing pains because it is movie related and it does grow so slow typically, that genre. But you should be able to get a decent boost from not only working as collaborations, but doing it consistently for sure. Especially if people know that's what the channel is going to be for.
That's not really the point of doing collaborations. Isn't to piggyback off of other people. It's mostly just to change it up every single time. Have something different, and it's more professional that way.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not saying it's just just to you know, capitalize off their name or whatever. I just meant there should be an extra benefit to it. That's all.
That's why I have people. That's why I have people that with 500 subscribers doing and people without even any YouTube channels doing videos with it, because it's just professionality.
Yeah. No. I usually reach out to people I think are going to be best for a collaboration rather than you know, who could get the most subs or anything like that for me. It's like I reached out to who I thought had would be able to deliver the best jokes for this recent for the roast of YouTube for the roast of 2020. I thought Wombat would be good for it. I thought Twin I was like hands down. Twin will have some jokes. I knew Craig Beckett because he's really funny, and Biscuit and Diva are usually pretty. They have a couple good one-liners. They're entertaining and they're smaller. So I wanted to kind of like involve them as well as I thought they'd be able to put some good content. Or some other people I'm not going to name that were supposed to be in it and for one reason or another just weren't able to get their thing in on time or forgot about it or whatever. That again, it was the same thing. It was like, you know, you'd be perfect for this.
Yeah, no,
like Tipster. I've wanted to get Tipster involved in some way for a while, but I just never have anything that really fits him, you know?
I almost had Tipster on one of my videos, actually.
I mean, if you ever have anything like retro gaming related or something, dude, I know he'd be down for that. That's like right up his alley too.
Yeah, I just haven't watched Tipster in a while. And didn't he hit like a bunch of controversy? I try to stay away from people that have had some controversy.
The last like 3 days, kind of, because Apollo Legend, who was actually a friend of his, passed away due to a suicide. And he made the mistake of staying online after he found out that, well, shouldn't say he found out. He saw the suicide note. The guy put the suicide note in the description of one of his videos. So when Tipster saw it, and he saw a conversation happening about it, he assumed the worst. I don't necessarily blame him for that, but he made the mistake of tweeting it out and putting it in his community posts because he was upset. And I mean, I'm sure you've seen Tipster around enough to know that when he's going through a rough time emotionally or whatever, he tends to overshare on social media. I do the same thing, but for like under different circumstances typically. So yeah, it wasn't a lot of people like Keemstar went right to calling it clout chasing and all this other stuff, saying like he was trying to capitalize off of his death by breaking the story. But knowing Tipster, knowing how he responds to like stress like that, no. And I talked to a bunch of other people behind the scenes that all also know him, and they're like, yeah, no, this is that would be so out of character for him. This is clearly him responding emotionally, and then Keemstar was not able to understand because Keem was also responding emotionally, but from a different perspective, because Keem doesn't think the same way Tipster does. So Tip felt
Keemstar doesn't think the way a lot of people.
Yeah, also a good point. So yeah, a lot of it, a lot of that's where the you know, quote unquote controversy came from, was from Keem blasting Tip for posting about how I never saw the actual tweet or the posts, but he had just announced that he had died without confirming it. And then Keem, who is also friends with the guy, took it personally that Tip did that without confirming it. And now he's like blocked everybody that, not everybody, a lot of people that were sort of, I don't want to say even defending Tip. People that were saying like, that he was like lumping so much in with defending Tip. And like Boblax was on a stream where Nick and Augie had mentioned that the tweet from Tipster existed. And then Keem said that Boblax, along with Augie and Nick, had pushed misinformation because they acknowledged that Tipster had tweeted the story.
Yeah.
Which is just, that's even an overreaction for Keem. Which to me screams that Keem was just emotional because it's a friend of his that he had now lost. So he was personally connected and invested to the story. So, anyway, anyway, as far as I know, that is the bulk of the controversy. The only other controversy that's happened to him at all recently that I know of was when Susie Liu accused him of being a harasser.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that,
I think that's what I remember was hearing about that.
Yeah, and that was all based on the idea that he had made too many videos on her. But it wasn't even like they were. Like, it was always evolution of the story. It was always, like, something else she did that was pertinent to the currently evolving story. Because, I mean, it's news. It's like if, if, what's his name? The dude from House of Cards. Like, if he started groping another dude, they'd be posted, the news would be reporting on it. It's, if you do stupid stuff that's connected or stuff that incriminates you more to what you've been accused of doing, then yeah, they're gonna report on it. He wasn't directing people to her. He wasn't. Yeah, it was such a reach. But I get what you're saying though, in terms of like just being on the safe side and avoiding it. Like, I didn't make a video like I was going to, partially for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons ended up being because I was like, okay, she's going after everybody that's talked about her, so I guess I'll just drop it here. Even though I was struggling already, I was like, you know what, screw it, I give up.
Well, the thing is that I just noticed after I said that, like right after I said it, is that I have Turkey Tom as one of the people.
That's a good point.
So I mean, like, sticking away from controversy, I'm not really sure, but
yeah, I don't know. I can't remember a point where Tom wasn't controversial in some way.
Dude, don't stop dropping the N-bomb on Twitter. And I texted him about it, and he's just like, nah, they don't do anything about it. And I'm like, dude, you probably didn't get it that bad. And he's like, nah, this video has like 1 million views on YouTube about this guy calling me out for it. And I'm just like, okay, well, you can still. If you get called out for something, you put everything, you put all your hard work into, fixing it and not making that shit happen again. You don't just keep saying, I have a Nintendo Switch, N-word, and then posting that on Twitter. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, he's fairly smart. He just does that shit because he thinks he can.
Yeah, he's an edgy guy. He's, I hate to say it, but at some point in time, it'll probably come back to bite him in the butt.
Well, he said that already happened, but he said nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, part of the problem is like it's not even that nobody cared. There was a lot of people that cared, but there just wasn't like a huge. He just didn't get like canceled or anything for it.
Like what?
D'Angelo Wallace. Oh crap! D'Angelo Wallace not only called him out for it and made some good points, but the problem was the crux of his argument was that Turkey Tom uses this word, so he must be a racist. That's kind of more or less
Joe Biden uses that word.
What it came off as.
Does that mean Joe Biden's a racist? He used the N-word.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, he used it in the context of a quote, but he still used it. Does that make Joe Biden a racist?
Well, I mean, Joe Biden clearly doesn't use it as like he doesn't use it directed at people or anything. But
I don't think Tom.
I mean,
either.
No, he's used it like even the way you described it. Like, I have a Nintendo Switch N-word. Like that would still be directed at somebody. Like I'm not saying he's using it as an insult or anything. I'm just saying that like I don't think the part of the problem was the nuance. The nuance.
No, I get it.
That he was going after, like, yeah. The reason he didn't get nailed with it, really, in my opinion, has to do with the fact that he leaned so heavily on the idea of him being a racist because he used the word. So I think that was a lot of the problem. And he misrepresented some things. Like, he went through the comments of one of the videos about The Sopranos or something to find, like, examples of nasty comments that were kind of like going along with it or whatever, and he found like 5 anti-Semitic comments, I think, and then Nick went and looked through his comment section too and found like it was just those 5, but he was talking about how like the comment sections are filled with these nasty comments, And it's like, there's 5, and they're the only 5 you showed. So it was kind of a matter of like, he kind of presented a bad argument.
No, I get it. I just don't think that we need a PewDiePie level catastrophe every time.
Yeah.
To cancel someone. I feel like if we need to
or to make them change,
cancel someone, but I feel like Tom's gonna figure his shit out soon enough, and he's gonna realize, yeah, maybe I shouldn't post that type of crap on Twitter, even if I didn't get lambasted correctly.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I would hate to see something happen to his channel or his IRL life because of it. Well, so hopefully he makes a change.
He got doxxed, didn't he?
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, with how many people get doxxed, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
They called his parents or something. They're like, hey, you know, your son's saying anti-Semitic stuff online.
Ugh.
For the racist. I remember texting about it, and I'm like, dude, are you good? He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, okay. And the video turned out good, the one I did with him. So I just hope that his stigma doesn't overshadow that crap. And if it does, I'll just re-release it with a new narrator. If that's
I don't think it will.
If I get if something happens like a PewDiePie level controversy with Tom, I'm gonna wait until it dies out, so I can capitalize on the views, and then re-upload it with a new narrator. I'm not really supportive of that
behavior.
Yeah, that behavior. And honestly, with Tom, you've dealt with Tom in our private chats and stuff. You know that there's way worse things that you could get him for than saying the N-word.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's still mostly a matter of him clowning and stuff, and that's a lot of the problem is people don't want to. It sucks, but you can't just clown about things that even if they don't, even if you take them seriously.
Well, yeah.
Anymore.
There's the whole you remember the stuff with Joss, and if that stuff got publicized at all, then that I believe that shit could ruin his reputation.
I'll be honest, there's a lot of stuff I've seen behind the scenes and stuff like that I've just kind of tried to forget. I believe that's one of them because there's a lot of stuff where it's I feel like I'm better off not remembering this.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as it gets worked out, I just kind of let it go. Because for the most part, that's the way that stuff should be, I think.
Well, I know that stuff happened privately between our little community, and nobody really knew about it. But I'm thinking if he did that in our little community, then he's probably done the same thing with a lot of other ones too.
Yeah.
Our little group of friends, not really community. Because I've tried to disassociate myself from the commentary community. I don't really follow commentary that much, besides what Tom posts sometimes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, commentary is one of those things where it can either unless they're really good, it all feels the same. So I don't blame you.
I watch Delorio's videos every once in a while.
Yeah, he's one of the better ones, I think. I like him and Swan, but for some reason the Deji thing just didn't interest me. I couldn't get into it.
I watch James Right Opinion every once in a while, but every time I want to watch a Right Opinion video, I have to clear out my day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's so frustrating about it is. The last one I saw from him was the Ellen one, but I have another video coming out with Tro that should be about Hunt Down the Freeman. That's gonna be pretty good.
That'd be an interesting one.
Yeah, I edited that, but my editing was pretty shitty honestly. Because I don't even remember editing it, to be honest. I just kind of went through the motions.
Yeah.
And I got this new effect that's you know how you know that After Effect when the stuff moves in, but it's really blurry and it goes whoosh. And everybody reuses that. They make it look like they know how to edit really well, but they're just using the same After Effect.
You mean where the screens just spin?
Yeah,
where it looks yeah, you can do that in Premiere too, actually. I have a transition pack for both, just because it's easier, and it's easier than setting up presets. But I don't like using it though.
Send me that.
The one from Premiere? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try and find a way to get to you.
If you can, like.
Yeah, it's
don't.
well, it takes a lot to get the stupid thing to load. I don't know why it takes so long to load the stupid thing. So I'll send it. I'll send it to you and I'll let you. Huh?
Do you have an SSD?
Yeah. No, I actually have a SSD on the motherboard that I use for this. Oh no. No. Never mind. That one's the one that's running my operating system. Never mind. But yeah, I have it all on SSDs. And they're not even they're not even USB ones. Like I used to use external SSD for storage of files I was working on, but I use the internal SATA drive now.
Yeah, I have a little thing plugged into my motherboard as well. But that's where I edit off of as well. So I have the operating system and my editing software and a few other things like Chrome and Discord.
Gotcha. Yeah, I ended up opting. Actually, you know what? The editing software is probably on the main, on the one in the main thing as well. Yeah, but all my storage, all my files and everything are off that SSD just because it's only a 500 gigabyte, I think, or is it 250? Yeah, I think it's probably 500, and I think it's 500, and then I think the one on the motherboard is 500. The one of the SSDs that isn't attached to the motherboard is 500, and then the other one is a terabyte.
Yeah, mine.
So I've got like 2 gigs total.
I have one. The one on my motherboard is 250. I have a it's the other type of hard drive that's not as fast.
Regular hard drive.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but I have one of those, and that's like 2 terabytes. And I have another one that's 4, I think, and that's just where I put my movies and games and stuff. That's like filled up. So I got my 2 terabyte is just where I put like, I think that's where I edit off of, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I eventually want to replace one of my hard drives, probably the 500 gig one that I use for like files and all that, for image files and everything. I want to replace that eventually with a 2 gig or something. But right now I've got just the 500 gig because it gets me by, and then I've got the 1 terabyte just for like the games and all that stuff. Which, when you have Warzone installed on your computer, you kind of have to have that much space, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Freaking like 300 gigabytes to have all 3 games: Warzone, Modern Warfare, and Cold War.
Yeah, I don't even remember how much space is getting taken up on my Steam, but it's a lot is taken up on my Steam.
Yeah.
I always just buy games and I never play them, and I install them. My friend was talking about buying me the first Dark Souls.
I bought way too many games over the years that I never ended up playing. I wanted to get Cyberpunk eventually, but it's just not, I don't know. I never feel like I have the time to play a game that takes that much sitting down and paying attention.
Wait till it gets finished.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna still get it, but yeah, I will probably wait until it's a little more playable.
I couldn't believe the footage I saw of that game, man. I thought the footage was literally like edited to look like really bad. I didn't realize what I was seeing was actual like gameplay footage.
Yeah, it's not good. It's disturbing how bad that game is. I mean, some people are having no issues whatsoever, but other people are just terrible.
I probably wouldn't be able to play it on mine.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to think I could play it even at 1080p because I've heard that people are even struggling to get it to play at 1080p, like without like frame drops and all that stuff. And then there's other people that say like, well, without ray tracing it looks like crap, but other people that say, what do you mean it looks worse with ray tracing? So it's like, it's baffling how this game could possibly be this all over the place.
And I have Doom Eternal on this computer, but that game was Bethesda's always been really good at optimizing their games besides Skyrim.
Yeah.
But cheers to hoping that Like when the new Elder Scrolls comes out, then that's not gonna be as buggy as Skyrim was.
Hopefully. Hopefully they'll actually complete a game.
When do you think that's gonna come out? 2030? That's probably when it's gonna come out.
I have no idea. I've never played any of those games. I'm aware of them, but I've never played the.
Neither have I.
Yeah. It's just, you know. I don't know, just long form story games like that I can't get into because partially because when I hear like, oh, it's a campaign is like 35 hours. It's like I don't have that much time, and then I'll probably still end up spending that much time playing freaking Call of Duty per generation anyway, because I'll just sit there and chill. I just don't like paying attention to the story. That's a big part of the problem.
Yeah, I'm more of a gameplay. I'm more of a gameplay person, which is weird because my YouTube channel is Film History Digest, and I study film and the narrative story structure. But I always enjoy gameplay better.
It's probably, you know what that might be though? That might be because a lot of games have too much filler in them in a way. So that might be why, because a lot of games, like movies, kind of streamline the story, but they can still be messy. And that might be part of where that nuance is for you.
Star Wars.
Fair.
Yeah.
I will say that Mandalorian has given me hope for him. I still don't hate the new movies. But they are heavily flawed. But they're heavily flawed.
They are heavily flawed. I have 2 videos being made by the same guy. I'm being narrated by the same guy. It's the best movie ever and the worst movie ever. And I think I talk about Star Wars in the sequel trilogy in both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think the main takeaway of the worst movie ever was basically saying anything Disney makes is the worst movie ever because they've never made a good movie. They've only made okay movies, and they've made a fucking... If you look at like their entire track record, the only movies that they've ever made that are better than just okay were made by their subsidiaries. And like recently, I'm not talking about Renaissance era Disney films. I'm talking about like the last 20 years, basically.
I mean, I don't know. I think Iron Man was...
That's
Iron
a subsidiary.
Man... That was a subsidiary?
Yeah, that was
I thought
Marvel.
it was... Oh, okay. I thought because I thought you were including, because like Star Wars is technically Lucasfilm, isn't it?
Yes. And Soul is Pixar. Like
right, but so like that's you see where I got confused then, right? Because because we're talking about that, because that means, because you're saying if it wasn't made by the subsidiary. So yeah, I don't know. That's where I was confused, I think.
Even Iron Man 1 had nothing to do with Disney. That was just Paramount, I think. Like the first couple of Marvel movies were done with like Paramount and Bank of America, from what I remember. And then Marvel bought them out, and they canceled all the deals they had with Paramount and Bank of America, and they just completely...
I thought they already had the universe planned at that point, though.
They had the universe planned, but once Disney bought them, it made it so they really were able to do it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So there was like there was little deals like Sony had probably going on, is what you're saying, back at that point.
I don't think with Sony. I remember...
No, I'm saying like Sony had the deal with Spider-Man.
Yeah, Sony had the deal with Spider-Man, and they were more focused on just building up the MCU at that point. They had it
right.
There's a reason why those first 4 movies are so disconnected, and they were more focused on the Hulk because they did a similar thing with what they did with the Spider-Man movies, where they partner with the company. And they did that with Universal, if I remember correct.
I still can't believe that Hulk movie is considered canon within the MCU. That's still surprising to me.
I haven't seen it since it came out. When it came out, I was like probably 9.
I didn't hate it, but it wasn't good.
I like Ed Norton. I thought that was
I like him, but apparently he sucks to work with. Apparently he's like really, really bad to work with. Like a massive dick.
If you look at him, you can tell.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, a lot of like why Incredible Hulk turned out the way it was because Edward Norton was trying to be like a producer on the film without being a producer, and he wanted to like do all this stuff, and then they're like, hey, you can sign on to do an Avengers movie. And he's like, yeah, and then he didn't want to do an Avengers movie. He just wanted
Wouldn't
to
have
do,
enough
like,
control.
one film. No, he wanted, but then he said like he was open to the idea, but he didn't, because he's never done like sequels. There's not like a Fight Club 2 or History X2 or any of that.
Well, I mean, wouldn't American History X be a hard one to do a sequel to, though?
Wouldn't Fight Club be a hard one?
That would be a weird. Well, no. Well, he actually survives in that one. His mental illness comes back. In theory, you know what I mean? Like, that's one thing I will never understand. He cured mental illness by shooting himself in the back of the throat.
You're talking too much about it. First World Fight Club, so you're not supposed to talk about it.
That was about the Fight Club. It wasn't about the movie.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Well, the movie's called Fight Club, so.
Dang, you got me.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of confusing. I feel like at this point, the Incredible Hulk is as canon to the story as the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies are.
Well, they are canon. They're actually being connected directly now.
Well, once Spider-Man 3 comes out, we'll see how they do that. But how it is right now, basically, from what I can understand, is that they're just getting like how he got bit by the spider is exactly how it happened in the Sam Raimi films, and that's like the only thing they're really keeping over. But when they're bringing over like Electro and the Dr. Octopus from the Sam Raimi and Mark Webb films, that's gonna be weird because now I think they're gonna start like doing a multiverse thing.
I do think it's only going to be a limited time. I don't think they are definitely doing the multiverse thing because the Doctor Strange 2 is called Multiverse of Madness. No, I know it's the same actors. What I'm saying is I think that they're bringing them in specifically to like reference the original movies. But I don't think they're going to like be a lasting part of the universe. Is what I'm saying. Like they're probably only going to be in that movie. Maybe a small cameo in another one. But
the thing is, all those characters can show up in Sony films, but they can't show up in future Marvel films. That's why the Vultures and Morpheus, even though Morpheus isn't part of the MCU.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that they couldn't appear after that. I thought because I was thinking though they probably got the licensing for it too, but they probably can't. Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 was such a pain in the ass to actually, because they almost didn't make it. Remember, it's when there was all that shit going on about like.
Yeah, for a while there, I thought it might have just kind of been to hype it up, and part of me still thinks that because like it doesn't like that Spider-Man character would not do nearly as well. Let me rephrase that. The Spider-Man character would not do nearly as well disconnected from the universe. It will do well, but it's not. I don't think enough people want to see Spider-Man just as Spider-Man without the MCU connected to it enough to make it the same power move in the box office that it was.
So you're just ignoring Into the Spider-Verse?
No, I'm not. That was big. That was big, but that was big and it was disconnected. Yes, but I'm just saying that I don't think that a live-action Spider-Man will do nearly as well disconnected from the MCU when they had already connected it to the MCU.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if they pull it out of the MCU and they just like, well, you're not in here anymore. I don't think people are going to be as interested in it, and they're going to lose a lot of the viewers. Not enough to like make it not worth it, but I think that minor connection that they have, that minor handshake deal or whatever they have, is probably financially worth it for them. So I think a lot of that had to do with just making things interesting.
Well, what you're saying sounds right. And if you watch, even like with Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, that like was very disappointing in the box office returns. Not only because that movie sucked a big pile of ass, but because the MCU was growing so big at that time, and they didn't really understand why Spider-Man wasn't with the Avengers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm assuming. That's not.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably mostly because it was a shitty movie.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. That was one of those, like, usually I watch one of those movies and I'm like, this isn't that bad. I don't know why everybody's making this big a deal out of it. And then I saw it and I was like, I get it now. Yeah.
It's if they tried to do the prequel treatment, the Star Wars prequels, as a Spider-Man movie, but without the the action being not cool. Because at least when you look at the prequels, you're like, well, the Darth Maul fight was cool, or blah blah blah, or like the Anakin Obi-Wan fight was cool on Episode 3. But this Spider-Man 2, you're just like, what the hell is going on?
Even Jamie Foxx's makeup, like as Electro, he looks okay, I guess. But like, what the frick did they do to his his before Electro character? Like that, it looked terrible. Yeah. Like it didn't look real at all. It just looked bizarre.
Do you think? What if it would be so funny? It's like at the end of Spider-Man 3, it's like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield show up in one of Doctor Strange portals, and they're just like, I have to go and I have to save the universe, and then he walks backwards through the portal and everyone's crying, and you're like, no, Spider-Man's gone, and then it's just him doing his own solo movie with all the Sony Spider-Mans together, and it has nothing to do with the MCU.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
I'm really looking forward to that Fantastic Four movie though that they announced.
I haven't seen anything for it yet besides that they had announced it. There's a lot of stuff that they announced because they now have the character. Like X-Men, they haven't announced anything as far as I know yet. But I'm really interested to see where they're going to go with it.
Well, with X-Men, they announced that they're planning on it, but they didn't announce that they're working on it, if that makes any sense. With Fantastic Four, they announced that they're working on it. And
yeah,
it's the same director that did Spider-Man 1 and 2 for the MCU, and that guy's actually a really good director. I've seen some of his other films.
Yeah, I think what they're gonna. I honestly think here's my prediction: what they're gonna do. I think they're planning like another 10-year run, right? There were already X-Men movies that were shot and were in production and all that. So like they've let New Mutants out of the bag. That one's done. They like Apocalypse and all the other ones. They've all ended their runs. Man, I am doing horrible this game. I can't get anything. Like those are all out, right? They need to let them breathe. They need to let the X-Men characters breathe. Logan is still pretty fresh on everyone's minds. Deadpool is still pretty fresh on everyone's minds. I think they're going to let them breathe. And then they're going to bring them back in either the end of the MCU Part 2, or they're going to bring them back in Part 3, possibly as like a big part of the story. Like I feel like at one point there was some kind of like MCU versus the X-Men type thing that happened, and I feel like that would be an interesting way to bring the X-Men in. Have like kind of like a Civil War type thing, but have the X-Men involved. So I could see them doing something like that, because the X-Men roster is so huge, it would be hard to like squeeze them all in unless they did something like that. That's the only way I could see them making that make sense.
They can try redoing X-Men Origins.
Yeah.
I mean, that could work if you literally did it any way better than what they actually did do.
Yeah, that was... I do not understand what happened with that. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't hate the movie. But it didn't... It felt like a knockoff of Wolverine. It didn't feel like Wolverine. It felt like a... you know, fan fiction or something.
How many Wolverine origin stories do we need to tell the same story? Like, I get redoing the origin story of Spider-Man, like, as many times as they wanted to do, or whatever. But why? But like, that's like if like Spider-Man just all of a sudden you get like an origin story about Spider-Man halfway through the Sam Raimi films for no reason, and then another origin story, and then another
I think
story.
Didn't Origins
not Tom Holland?
Didn't Origins come out after like the third X-Men movie, the second X-Men movie though?
I'm not sure.
So I don't think it was like that out there. And the problem is because Wolverine has never had an on-screen origin explanation. So I think it made sense a little bit to go back and do that explanation, because even in the comics and stuff, like they only explain some of it. Like, well, he knows he was a warrior, he knows this, he knows that, and they don't always go all the way back. But so I mean, I get it a little bit more for Wolverine than for most characters, especially if they're going to go backwards in time like that. Like, it's weird. It's it's weird with with Black Widow, right? Because she's she's dead now in the MCU. Let's go back to before she was even in the MCU. Yeah, that's not confusing at all.
Man, I'll be honest with you. I've never seen an X-Men film.
They haven't aged that well. First Class was a really good one. None of the X-Men movies. Part of the problem is the X-Men movies were made in like the early 2000s, late 90s, I think. During the period where superhero movies were very cliche, and so there's a lot of those elements to it. But I think for the time they were pretty good by comparison to a lot of the others. A lot of people, I think, would put them around the level of like Sam Raimi, at least the first one, in terms of how they were executed. But they do feel very superhero tropey because of when they were made. Like, that was just common for superhero movies, right? They all felt really tropey, like you could predict how the story's going to play out.
That was pretty much all the 2000 movies.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, no, it that too. But I think the early 2000s, late 90s is where you had the ones that were okay, and then it was like when they really started to milk that format, that formula. When it started to get really old and overdone, was a little more in the mid to late 2000s. Like I hated Thor, because Thor felt like a 90s superhero movie. It didn't feel like a superhero movie. It felt like a 90s superhero movie. So like Iron Man, I was like, when I watched Iron Man and then I watched Thor, I was like, this movie sucks. Like all the nuance and all the the character building and all that felt great with Iron Man, but then with Thor, it didn't feel like it was there. It felt like a generic superhero movie you could see from any lame production company. Kind of felt the same way about Captain America, but Captain America was a little bit different. I wasn't a fan of that movie at all, though, because it was very slow and boring. Didn't feel like a superhero movie. It felt like a documentary.
I get it.
But yeah, so I don't know. All I can say is I'm hoping. There was a lot of rumors for a while there that Deadpool was Ryan Reynolds was in talks to be, kind of heading up either the current upcoming or a soon to be upcoming part of the MCU, as a main core.
I don't see them recasting Ryan Reynolds.
No, it would be so hard to recast Ryan Reynolds.
It'd be so hard to recast Wolverine, but they're doing it.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is, the problem... Here's the thing, right? Wolverine, it's because we have an idea of who Wolverine is. Because of how he was acted by Jackman.
Yeah.
By Huge Jackman. But with Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds fell in love with Deadpool because Deadpool was very much like his personality, and the comics kind of reflected it. And then they started to mimic that in the comics and poke fun at that in the comics themselves. So he very literally became the character in the comics at one point. There's a lot more. There's a lot more to that, I think, than Huge Jackman's Wolverine. But I agree that there's definitely a correlation there.
Well, they announced Star, which Disney announced Star, which is where Deadpool and a lot of those, it's their more adult themed Disney Plus service, and I feel like with that separation, they'll be able to still do the more adult themed Marvel and then Deadpool movies. And I saw on Instagram and all over Twitter, Ryan Reynolds was at Marvel Studios, but I also saw Ryan Reynolds' creator posting a comment on Instagram saying that that there was no script for the movie yet, and people have been saying this, but there was a script for Iron Man 3. I mean, not Iron Man 3, Deadpool 3.
Yeah. Well, I know they were in talks, but I don't know the reason I said like they're supposedly in talks is because I'm hesitant to believe that they were considering basing the entire MCU around his character, just because like while I think that would be great, I think there's a lot of really cool stuff they could do with that. I just don't see them doing it unless they were to make him like a villain or something like that. I don't know. I find that hard to believe. But the movie was so good. The movies have done so well. The second one was kind of weird. Like
I didn't like the second one.
It didn't hit the same as the first one. But I liked it. It just wasn't what I was expecting it to be, basically. And most people seem to have liked it. It's just not, again, not what they expected.
It was so rushed. It was obviously rushed.
It felt kind of rushed. The pacing felt a little off as well. But I didn't think it was... Oh, man, I cannot... There's just... Everybody's camping. This is freaking annoying.
Yeah, I didn't think about that with Deadpool. Everyone camping. That made me worse, to be honest.
But, just like the elements of parody to like superhero and comic book culture and all that happen in those is so well done that I don't see them letting that go, especially because it's such a big like it's definitely a moneymaker.
Everyone's doing it now. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, but you have to do it right.
Well, the boys did it,
and I will say, yeah, you're right with the boys.
And Doom Patrol did it, and that's what they're.
Yeah, Doom Patrol sucked though, in my opinion. I don't know. Ryan, I think Ryan. The thing is, a lot of it has to do with Ryan Reynolds. Like, a lot of people don't seem to understand how much. I'm not saying you, but I mean just like in general, a lot of people don't seem to understand how involved Ryan Reynolds is in his projects in terms of like the writing process and all that. Like even movies he's not actually a writer on, he's like improving during the scripting process, and then they're or during the shooting process, and they want him to do that. It's one of the reasons they bring him on, because his personality is so entertaining for the most part. Like I know a lot of people don't like him because he's because of it's kind of a cocky character, but that doesn't take away from whether it's funny or not, you know?
My idea with how they're going to bring Deadpool into the MCU is I think they're just going to have him be like a future player. Like how, like what they did with Spider-Man. They're just going to have him come in and he'll make a joke about like breaking the fourth wall or something. He might even show up in Spider-Man 3. That'd be weird.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I've said for years I would love to see him just get cameos. I would have loved it if they would have given him cameos, like replacing Stan Lee as the cameo person, or CGI Stan Lee into more cameos. That'd be cool too.
I don't think that's. I think that's CGI Stan Lee into more cameos is more realistic than Deadpool being a cameo.
Well, the context for how the cameos would be done though is like he's just in the background. Not like Stan Lee where like he's in the foreground and like super noticeable, but the idea would be that he would be more like in the background, like just walking down the street, or like more subtle references, like Easter eggs, more like.
There's stuff like that in some of the Marvel movies with Stan Lee as well.
Yeah.
Like in Deadpool 2, that was the Stan Lee cameo, was in like a parachute. In the Marvel, what was it, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, there's like a lot of Easter eggs where Stan Lee's in it.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of other stuff as well, if I remember correctly. And yeah, it sucks that he's gone. But I don't think, I think they know that they can't really replace that, and I think it's just paying honor to them and their respects by not letting him.
Yeah, but it'd be cool to have like just like a picture in every movie, like a picture on the wall of him in every movie.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like more subtle.
I feel like they'll do something.
Yeah.
And but I don't think Deadpool is really gonna fill that role, honestly.
No, I'm just saying it would be cool. That's what I would have liked to see.
I know it'd be cool, but I don't see that happening. And my how I think Marvel and what I've studied with Marvel is that they're probably just gonna put him in like what they did with Spider-Man in Civil War, and then build up into the phase 5, and then they're gonna have him like unite with the Avengers cast. And I don't think we're actually gonna get a Deadpool 3, at least for a while. If we do get a Deadpool 3, it's not gonna be called Deadpool 3. It's probably just gonna be its own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a good possibility.
I mean, that pisses me off because when you have 2 movies, you have to have a third one to finish it off.
Yeah, I don't know. As much as I like the second, I like the second one. Not as much as the first one, obviously, but I like the second one. But I would like to see a third one because I feel like there were some issues with the third one, but they were mostly with the second one rather. I feel like they could definitely work them out and make a better third one. It's just a shame I don't think we'll get to see that because Disney will probably say like, well, no, you got to do it this, and this is how we're gonna do it. Otherwise, you don't get to do it. Although I will say they do seem like they give them a lot of creative freedom within the MCU to work, as long as they're following the overarching plot that they have set up. So I will say hopefully that if they end up allowing it to continue, hopefully they'll at least keep doing that.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing with like the creative part of it is that I believe that obviously he's gonna tone down a little bit. You can't have sex scenes in this movie. I don't think there's gonna be anything like that.
Deadpool's the one that they could actually do that stuff with, though, because of Deadpool, like the fact that he breaks the fourth wall in so many ways. Like, I've said this for a long time, like, because Deadpool breaks the fourth wall, he could even say, like, have curse words in an Avenger movie, but have them be censored.
Yeah.
Because, like, in character, he could even clown on the fact that he's being censored. Like, you couldn't overdo that. You couldn't over-abuse it.
Well, they did that already. They did that in Once Upon a Deadpool.
You mean in the comic book or something?
No.
Is that what that is?
They re-released Deadpool 2 as PG-13. And
oh. They already wasted that joke? Dang it.
Yeah. Because they redid that one movie with Fred Savage. The fucking what was it called? As You Wish.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's Princess Bride. Yeah,
Princess
I remember
Bride,
it.
Yeah, and so they're in the bed together, and he's like, "Why is my bleeped?" And they're like, "Oh, this is a kids movie now." You're like,
yeah.
You're like, what? And then he goes, "Why is this for kids now?" He's like, "Well, Disney bought a Fox, and they wanted to see if they can make it good." And they're like, "Why did they do that?" Or like, "Damn it, I hate it when my bleeps are when my curse words are bleeped."
Yeah. I mean, they could probably still do it in a more creative way or something. Like have the like the narrator or like one of the things that Deadpool one of the things about Deadpool, like you'll notice I think in the movies there was like the announcer voice that he hears, and I think there's another voice he hears as well.
He has multiple personality disorder in the comics.
Right. One of the things that's what I was gonna say is one of the things my dad pointed out to me a long time ago is that a lot of the Marvel villains essentially have like multiple personalities or some kind of personality disorder. Because like Green Goblin, same thing. Less of them because there's like 3 for Deadpool, but.
Well, it's just so hard to show that in a movie. That's what the thing about it is.
Well, I think but I think like the whole arguing with the narrator, like he's already done some of that kind of stuff, like acknowledging what the narrator's saying and things like that. So I think if he was to acknowledge, I think all you'd have to do is like keep subtly dropping hints that the narrator is in his head, which I don't think is too hard to do with the level of writers they have for Deadpool in particular. Mm-hmm. But I could be wrong. You never know.
I think that they could make a if he's appearing in like the Avengers movies, I don't see him cursing in front of like in front of people or whatever. But if he's in like his own solo thing, that's not Deadpool 3, but kind of, then I can see him. I can see him cursing in that.
Yeah,
and, like,
totally.
going a little bit more raunchy, because like Disney hasn't put any restrictions on Family Guy or Always Sunny in Philadelphia, even though for some reason they stopped distributing those shows under the Fox banner and started doing it under ABC and Disney, which is weird.
Yeah, it's surprising, especially with Sunny. Although I heard them say that I heard it said that they were removing episodes of Sunny from Hulu and stuff.
They only like the blackface ones.
Yeah, which is interesting because they actually I think they left the N-word one up.
No, they dude, I was in the car talking to someone about when I was talking to you with that, because I remember you texted me and you said, dude, they just dropped the N-bomb in Always Sunny, and I asked you to watch the first episode again, and you were like, and you're thinking about it, and you're like, dude, they totally dropped the N-bomb in the first episode. And if you watch the entire series again and just count how many times they say the N-word, it's a scary amount of times.
Yeah.
like I totally didn't notice how many times they dropped the N-bomb, but
like
totally
I was surprised watching like I watched Sons of Anarchy when it was airing originally, and recently I'm watching it with some friends in the Discord server. We like do like a movie night type thing every week. And we're rewatching it. I'm like, holy crap! The amount of times that they drop racial slurs in this show is insane.
I mean, that's like going like, holy, but at a point, that's like going like, wow, they totally say the N-word a lot in Django Unchained.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it makes more sense it makes way more sense in like in Sons of Anarchy, because of the type of characters are supposed to be and all that.
Yeah.
It's like supposed to be like displaying the type of characters they are and the kind of like bad people they associate. It makes a lot more sense with Sons. I feel like at times it was very unnecessary, but it makes a lot more sense than it does with Sons of Anarchy with Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. They say the N-word so much in Pulp Fiction, man. That's so crazy.
I never actually watched. I tried watching it once and I was like, I can't get into this. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. That's like one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. I think it's because like I don't think I like Tarantino.
I was the same way. You just got just try getting through it. Like
Oh, I did.
Like make a day out of it if you're having that hard of a time, and you'll enjoy it when you get to the end.
See, part of the problem is like I've watched a lot of his movies, and they have like I don't like Kill Bill either.
I don't like Kill Bill.
And it felt like a very similar reasons. Like there felt like unnecessarily showiness to the movie that just was kind of like boring me. I don't know. Like,
yeah, that's Kill Bill. Kill Bill is not like such a I think red herring, is that the right word? Like, I'm not sure if that's right. It's such a sore thumb. That's what I'm looking for. When you're in its filmography, honestly. Like between that and the last one you just came out are totally like Kill Bill was trying to be like old samurai. It was trying to be a homage. That's why there was all the blood and stuff. And his movies are bloody, but they aren't as bad and gruesome as Kill Bill was. And a lot of people really like that about the movies, but I thought it kind of went overboard, and I didn't really like what he was going for. With Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that didn't really even feel like a Tarantino film until the end.
I wasn't aware that was one of his.
Yeah, it was a good movie, but it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't. It didn't feel like a Tarantino film with this dialogue.
I think part of the problem is I think I have a very similar taste in movies that I have with games, where, like, I can appreciate like good quality, like when it's artistically done and all that. But for me, I don't find it as entertaining. And with a movie, you're not like physically invested in any way, so you feel like you're just kind of stuck sitting there waiting for it to end if you're not like into it.
I feel like it's kind of reversed for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm stuck waiting for the game to end, and I'm more invested in the movie. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I played that. I finally like beat that Spider-Man PS4 game, and I got 100% on it. And I enjoyed like that game thoroughly, but it was. I still need to beat it on Ultimate difficulty and New Game Plus.
I still have to do the DLC. I had bought it a long time before. I bought the full package thing, and I ended up like taking forever to download the DLC because I beat the game. I beat the game in like the first couple of weeks it was out.
I 100%ed. I remember because I have you on PS4, and I saw you on it like all the time. And,
yeah.
I beat the first 2 packs, but I haven't been able to do the third one. And then I need to redo the story mode twice, and then I would have 100%ed it completely.
Yeah, it's a really it's just a fun game to move around in. Like it's one of those like I always loved that with Spider-Man 2. Everyone loved Spider-Man 2 because the movement was so free, and it felt amazing back then to have so much freedom to run around in a world. And the swing and everything was great.
What's the issue with Spider-Man 3? Because that's the one I always played when I was younger, and that had the same swinging physics.
I don't think it was the same. It felt the same to me too, but a lot of people pointed out some issues that I didn't realize I was having. I don't remember what they were, but I remember back when I played Spider-Man 3, people were pointing out a lot of issues with it that when I was playing it, I was like, I didn't notice it, and then I started watching like reviews about it and stuff, and it's like, you know what? I did notice that. And it was like these stupid little nuances where it just made it feel like a step back. But then I think a lot of the problem was more like the missions and stuff. I think the story of 3 was shorter, and it felt more repetitive. So I think it just felt like like they bought 2 again, but with a slightly better graphical status. Know what I mean?
So I forget which one it was, where like was it 2 or 3 when you swing and the ropes don't connect, your webs don't connect to anything, they just go up in the air and you swing like that.
I'm pretty sure 2 they connected. Maybe 3 you didn't. Because I'm pretty sure.
I remember there was one where like you can like they try to connect to the buildings, but sometimes you can just go straight up in the air and swing.
Physics.
Because I don't really know much about. Maybe it wasn't even 3. Maybe it was like some weird.
Yeah, because
game
I think it is. It might be 2 that was connected. I think it was 2 that was connected to buildings because the like people were comparing Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2's the new Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2's web physics, but no one really ever brought 3 into that equation because I think Spider-Man 2 was the closest to the new Spider-Man's physics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone likes 2 more than 3 anyways. Like even between the movies and crap, like everyone always prefers the second one.
Yeah. I think a lot of the issues with Spider-Man 3 the game had to do with the missions and the story mode, and I think it was just poorly packaged is what it basically came down to.
It was rushed, I think.
It probably was.
Well, Sony owns like the things they rushed to fucking the movie, you know.
Mhm.
And
that movie wasn't very good. I'm sure the movie definitely impacted people's opinion of the game as well.
Well, wasn't the story different between the game and the movie?
That I don't remember.
I think it was. I don't remember because it's been so long because I played it on PS2. Like that's how long ago it was.
Right.
And now the PS5's out. Well, yeah. Anyway.
I don't know. I haven't seen one yet. Have you seen one? I haven't seen one.
PS5?
I don't believe it exists until I see it.
I've seen a PS5. I got a picture of me with it.
Oh, nice. Wait, they're so rare that you took a picture with one.
Yeah, it was like in a glass case at like a local Fred Meyer's of mine. When I went down, not even a local one. Like I traveled across, because I live in like a really big city. And I went to the Fred Meyer's today, and there was no PS5. But I had to go into like kind of this like less big city where my family lives, and I went to that Fred Meyer's, and there was a PS5 there. But it wasn't. It was in like a glass casing. And I heard that Sony said they they shipped out all their stock.
Yeah, they really didn't. They had nothing ready to go. I can't believe they even bothered releasing. They probably would have done better. Here's the thing: they probably would have done better waiting to release, and just. That's part of the problem, yeah. But like, they were already short on stock to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it just seems stupid. Like you just went ahead and released it when you didn't have enough stock to sell. And now you and Xbox are both competing with each other, but neither one of you has any stock. so now neither one of you can sell anything, but you both got a console that's allegedly released.
Yeah, it's been three months now, 4 months since they came out.
Has it been?
I think so.
I thought it was like mid-November, but it might have been. I don't know. But either way, it's like it's been out for a long time and hardly anyone has any consoles.
Like even YouTubers were having a hard time getting them,
Mm-hmm.
like, except for the Xbox. Microsoft knows how to treat the YouTubers, but
yeah,
PS5.
the Microsoft definitely focused on giving like people that would provide information about them.
Yeah.
They definitely focused on making sure they got that information out there.
And then yeah, so that was. I'm just not really even sure what these new consoles even do besides the PS5. Having the haptic feedback and actually looking good. The Xbox Series X looks like it's the exact same thing as the Xbox One.
Yeah, I think they're both like for the same. I think for the most part they're both like basically just HD remasters of the consoles. I mean, even the games, like they don't have any games. Neither of them. Like. Xbox has a couple of exclusives planned, but they don't even have any exclusives out yet.
Bug Snacks.
Yeah, sure.
Bug Snacks.
Yeah, that's Astro's Playroom.
Man, yeah, but man, I would like a PS5. I think that'd be cool, but I don't need it, and also I don't think I have enough money to renovate my entire apartment in order to. Make room for it.
Yeah, it's not. They're just not worth it for me personally. Eventually, I'll probably get one, but one of them. But for right now, it's like, all right, my computer's good enough. I can play pretty much anything I want on my computer.
Except for Cyberpunk, you can't play that on anything.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely run it. Even if I had to drop it down to 720p. And personally, I'm not a pixel snob, so I would probably do that and not have a problem with it. But I don't have the money for it or the PC storage right now, so eventually I'll get it. But I'll just wait until it's on sale or something. I'm not gonna. I kind of don't want to reward that company anyway.
You just want to get it at like a garage sale or something 10 years down the line.
I mean, I got Squadrons, which came out a few months ago, for it's not bad, but it's the flight mechanics. It's a lot more simmy than I thought it was gonna be. They didn't want to make it too simple, obviously, so I get why it's got more to it. But like, for example, like there's three different weapon modes. Four different modes you can put your ship in. Weapon priority, flight priority, and weapon priority, flight priority, and defense priority. So shield priority. And then there's 4, which is balanced for all of them. So you have to like toggle between these modes to get the optimal performance out of the ship while you're mid combat. But the thing that sucks is like if you depending on the one you're using, like if you're using the speed, like the navigation priority and all that, like you're focusing on speed and agility. So your control of your ship changes a lot in these different modes. And one thing I hate is when you're trying to like look around and it's really like you move, but then you have to wait for the reticle to stop moving. It's like built-in latency, it feels like. But what it is with the ship is that there's like the drag of having to actually wait for the ship to move as you move the reticle, which is realistic, but annoying. especially because like you're playing a Star Wars space plane game, and you got to deal with like not being able to aim accurately because you're constantly trying to wait for the reticle to catch up with where you moved it to. I could not. The first like hour and a half of streaming today was playing that, and I just could not. I could not figure it out. I could not figure out how to do it well. It's an enjoyable game. It looks good, but I'm not good at it, so it's I'll have to play it more. But probably not something I'll bother playing on stream.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna get going, man. Nice talking to you. Have a nice stream. Hope you go.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, you too, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, good catching up.
Yeah. Same.
All right. That was a good conversation. Good talk. Oh, come on. Stupid gas got me. Now they're putting mines and gas canisters down at the same spot.
No.
That bastard. Date rate bastard. All right. Dang it. Alright. Well, I think I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. Probably get some things done. Probably start working on a bigger video since the smaller, shorter videos didn't work out. Anyway, it's here. Thank you for watching. And I'll